Well, hello, folks, and welcome back to Fully Immersed, another episode of your boys talking themed entertainment, your themed entertainment boys. I'm joined, as always, by Tobias Lerman-Matante
What's up?
in his Dodgers gear as they are in that first round of the playoffs.
I'm watching right
returning to the show, Lain Calder, everybody.
Hello. I apologize in advance for my shitty audio, but we're on the road, so we're doing what we can here.
Yes, Lain is going with the AirPod audio, the classic for the traveler. And
That's why Spencer's hosting tonight.
Yes.
You actually sound pretty good.
Yeah, you don't sound bad.
No,
you don't sound that bad.
Reacted at first.
You don't have to lie to me. It's okay.
But on today's episode, we're recording at night, but it's a today episode. We are finally gonna have our spoilery Epic Universe discussion.
Yes.
We're gonna do hot takes, opinions, thoughts, big picture discussions about the design, where the innovative technology that this park prides itself on is going, and then of course we will talk about. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's what we're gonna talk about. Those things in the park.
Dude.
So
don't worry, I'll take over soon enough.
No, I got
right.
this. It'll be a
You've
fun
been doing good.
conversation. Yeah, I've been fine.
Killing it.
But yeah, we're gonna talk spoilers about Epic Universe and kind of where we think things are going and how things are going with the park. Just kind of at long last our Epic Universe spoilery chat.
Sorry guys, I took a while.
Yes, it's all Toby's fault per usual.
It's all Toby's fault. He had to go later. And
But
we'll
Lain and
also,
I
feel like after this big chat that we've been meaning to have for a long time, I do think we'll be getting more into the, firsthand topics as well, rather than
That's what I was gonna say.
The fan stuff. Yeah.
This will be the end of our freewheeling fan pods, and we'll be kind of back to basics of insider industry stuff.
Gonna have some cool guests on, so
for sure.
It should be exciting.
Yeah. So, we're gonna have guests. It's gonna be exciting. We're gonna really hit the ground running. But before that, we have a little epic chat to have about old Epic Universe. So Toby has been texting me all day, and maybe we should start with our trips. Lain and I went at the beginning of September. Went on a Saturday. Crowds were rough, but also manageable.
No, we were there on a Sunday.
Was it a Sunday? It was a Sunday.
Yeah.
You guys were the best day. I think Sundays are the best days to go.
Yeah, Saturday was Islands, and we had taken a red eye, so we were like, we're not doing Epic Universe on a Saturday when we just haven't slept.
We did a Sunday. Like I said, crowds were crowds, but also it was fine. We did everything I think we intended to do. We were a little rushed because Horror Nights, but that's the way it goes.
We did all the major shit.
Yeah, we did. Toby, you went 2 weeks ago.
On a Friday,
yeah. So you said crowds weren't too bad. I mean, you did Monsters like 4 times, didn't you?
3 times.
3 times, yeah. So you did all right for yourself. I think you also got on Werewolf and Yoshi, which we did not. So.
Yeah, and I got on Ministry twice, which was nice.
There it is. Although you didn't get Stardust.
I didn't get Stardust.
That's
because
true.
That happened.
Yes, because of a tragedy. But anyway, that was the trip.
Yeah, I couldn't go on. That was the fucking tragedy. I'm kidding. That's terrible to say. No.
But Toby has been texting us all day, saving some super hot take he wanted to say about Epic Universe. So I think we'll start with his opinions first.
Do you want to start with
his opinions, which I assume the hot take is part of? So Toby, please take us away. Give us your Epic Universe opinion. And of course, your hot take.
It's really pretty.
It's
so pretty. It's big. It's
quite big.
It's a big fucking park.
It's the whole enchilada.
Yeah. It's a big park.
The footprint is massive. For sure.
It is, and I mean the collection of rides is like so elite. Like God, and I didn't even get to go on Stardust. Like I didn't even get to do that thing, and I was still
which is one of the big 3 from the general consensus of park goers.
And I still had a great time. So in terms of in terms of the lineup, my God, it's great. It's still like a Florida park lineup in the sense that we all grew up with Disneyland, and it does I think feel a bit light at a certain point Maybe that was just me because I was like, at a certain point, I was like, I kind of did everything, and we still had
I
like
think
2 hours
every
left.
park in comparison, when Disneyland has what, like 28 attractions,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
like shot for shot, like it's kind of hard to beat that. But also in such a confined space, I think that there's also something to be said about how attractions have gotten longer,
Sure,
as time has gone on and
bigger
technology has
Yeah,
advanced. But
and I mean,
yeah,
I
I
I don't
totally
think
know what you mean, though. I totally get it.
yeah.
I don't think it's a big issue though because despite being able to get on a basic, I think the only ride I ended up skipping that was open was Dragon Racers Rally,
Mm.
which was just the
Okay.
It's a
mechanical
flat
arm.
ride, yeah.
Because I
I
mean,
mean, it
I
looks
know.
great in the
Oh,
land, but yeah.
and Bowser's Challenge, and that was just because I have it
Well,
here and I don't
yeah.
like it. So, like I was with Ellie. It was the end of the night. It was basically a walk on. We just got off Yoshi, and Noah and Savannah never did it. So we're gonna go do it. And I was like, "Oh, Ellie, do you want to go do it?" And she was just like, "No." And I was like, "Let's go do monster. Let's go do monsters twice then."
I don't think I'm
I don't
quite
know.
as far as I don't like it, but it's certainly not near my favorite attractions.
I just
It's
struggle with that ride because I have to put goggles on, and I immediately don't like most
Yeah,
rides that I have to put goggles on
my
because I wear glasses. So
yeah.
my thing with that one is just like, I think in Hollywood it's fine. It's less offensive. It's Hollywood. You have so little to do that you're like, okay, and it's the anchoring ride. But in the lineup at Epic, it just feels like, oh, it's that one.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
sure.
I just didn't. I just didn't feel like doing it. I really was like, do I need to do this? No, not really.
I mean,
If I had the
same,
choice
right.
between doing that and riding monsters again, or even Ministry for that matter, I'm absolutely doing one of those
I mean,
for
I'd ride
sure.
Donkey Kong over it as
Oh
well.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd write hiccups over it.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Oh, yeah. I was more thinking Donkey Kong because it's in the same land, but
Yeah.
yeah, Hiccups for sure. Hiccups is my third favorite ride, fourth favorite ride in the park. So,
Hiccups kicks ass. Oh,
punches
I
way above
also
its weight.
didn't get to do the Harry Potter show, which
Dude.
unfortunately
Oh,
I did
circa.
get to
Yeah.
do the Untrainable Dragon, but I didn't get to do the Harry Potter
I am
show.
curious to hear your opinion about that, but we'll get there.
It's an interesting
Um,
show.
so your
Yeah,
big
I
picture
mean,
thoughts about the park is it's
big
pretty
picture.
and the attractions are great.
They are great, and the lands are big enough and detailed enough that you really have a good amount to explore.
Hmm.
Um, Although in terms of just sheer exploration, like just getting lost and having little things to have fun with, I hate to say it, the most underwhelming was Darkmoor in terms of just like stuff to do. It's small. It's a small land. Everything else felt so big and endless. And I was like, oh, there's so much. Then Darkmoor, I was like, maybe because I spent a lot of time there, but I was like, I've kind of seen everything pretty
It's not
quick.
surprising to me that it's the first expansion by all rumors,
Yeah.
No,
which makes
Yeah.
sense. I think we didn't go into Das Steakhouse, and I think it has a bigger footprint than I
I
thought it
think
does.
I think it does have a bigger footprint than what you're led to believe on like the apps
Yeah,
or
because
socials or
I've seen like
whatever. But
videos, a little bit of people inside it. I'm like, oh, it's kind of big. Like
yeah,
I thought it would be like the same size as Burning Blade, which is fairly small. But
Burning
yeah, I
Blade
agree.
is
I mean,
surprisingly small. I
yeah,
was
it's
pretty shocked.
noticeably the smallest land because the other lands are just enormous.
Now that being
yeah,
said, it doesn't take away from the detail and the beauty of it. It's just like I noticed, like I remember stepping into Ministry and being like, "Oh my
Hmm.
god, there is too much to do. Too much to.
Yeah,
It's so big." And then I got into my god, no my god. Sorry, I'm also watching the game, so
Toby's watching the Dodgers.
it's postseason baseball.
Yeah,
But I just remember like. Dragons also I spent a shit ton of time in because it's
Burke is huge.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Burke is
Burke is I mean
massive.
if you don't
Like,
know that
Burke is the
Toothless
best
is
land
back
in that.
there,
Burke is the best
you
land
could,
there. Like,
yeah,
hands down.
yeah,
Fucking Christ, that
I
place
don't
is amazing.
disagree. It's not. I
Um,
think is it my favorite? It might be. Darkmoor is like second.
I
But
agree. I think that if they are going to expand Darkmoor, it has definitely has potential to be my favorite place to hang out in. But
yeah.
and I do love like a good, as I've talked about many times, I love a good themed, tavern at
Oh,
Universal, and
sure. Yeah.
Burning Blade really delivers on that for me.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
fun.
do like just hanging out around there, but I like all in all, How to Train Your Dragon is definitely, I think, the most impressive land to
I
me.
I'm also gonna say this is not as hot of a take, but Darkmoor has kind of a stupid layout. Um,
Oh, interesting.
Because
Okay.
Really?
like
You think so?
if you don't dude, if you don't have the map, that tavern is just hidden.
Oh,
That
it's
shit is
dense. It's like way in the back.
it's
Yeah.
way in the
Yeah.
back, and it's not necessarily even near the attract. It's kind of near the
It's
entrance
near Curse of
for.
the Werewolf.
It's not that close to the entrance though. It's
That's
kind of
Unless you
like
have
why
to keep
that's
walking
why
around
I
the
think they
bend.
have to be expanding it at some point because
Oh
it just
yeah.
feels like it leads somewhere and then it kind of
That
curves
plot of
off and
land to the
sends you
left of
back.
the manor and the tavern is where Creature's supposed to, it's rumored to go.
Right.
yeah.
Which makes sense.
If you have that, and then if let's say like Creature has like a good outdoor section where you can kind of see the lagoon or something, I think that'll definitely make it feel like a much more impressive land. It's just the
Mhm.
other ones all felt so visually striking upon that first entrance. I don't know,
I don't know. I thought
like
the graveyard was pretty cool. I
I thought
enjoyed
Yeah,
it's
I liked
cool.
that a lot.
It just everything else has such a great
Did
scale,
you
and
walk
that
around
one.
there at night
Yeah, I walked
around
around. I
Darkmoor?
took
Okay.
my
Yeah.
sweet ass
Yeah.
time in that
Did you
area.
like watch
Yeah.
the blade burning and everything?
I did. I got a video. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Um,
sick.
awesome.
I just don't think it's like at the visual. It's not saying it's not very themed and pretty, and it also has the best character interactions of the entire
It does.
park.
Well,
Like those are
Mhm.
I would
amazing.
say if you're a kid, probably How to Train Your Dragon is the most
Yeah,
Oh,
but they're. I
impressive
mean, dude,
interactions, but
E
yes.
Igor's a goofy little shit. I
Igor
love
is
him.
fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do like that a lot.
No, I mean, I like Darkmoor a lot, and I give it a lot of respect. I think it's got so much creativity, and they did what they could. It just feels like the most underbaked. It feels like a 1.0 version of a land. You know when
Mm.
Disney does like those like staggered releases for something, that one kind of feels like that. It feels like they rush to get it done, and it's like missing some. It's still not the most baked out land. And
I
again, my favorite ride is Darkmoor. It just felt like
yeah.
even Nintendo, which we have here, like,
Mhm.
and I spent a little bit. I didn't spend that much time in it, but I spent some time in it. It's big. It's expansive. I mean, just getting to walk in from the escalator and you get that view. It's like it's stunning. And then I like Potter a lot. My issue with Potter is just that it felt like Europe. I was like, oh, cool. I'm in France, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Like the scale is amazing and the detail is beautiful, but it's the least magical of all of them. It's like, which is
Oh,
ironic because it's the
Pun
magic
intended.
land.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm in France.
So I think that you'll feel differently about Darkmoor once it has two e-ticket attractions.
No,
but,
I don't even.
but
My issue is not the offerings. I mean, honestly,
Mhm.
realistically, Darkmoor has more to offer than Potter does. Potter only has one e-ticket, and that's about it in a show.
and it looks like
Um,
Europe, and then it's France, and then they take you out of Paris and
yeah, that makes makes
immediately
no
send you to
fucking.
London. It's a
That
really
was
Not
one
even.
cool
of the
queue design, but it
Oh
is like
yeah.
why put us in Paris
Also,
to
just
immediately
sends you
send us
from
somewhere else?
1930s to then the
I
1990s.
think
No, not
yeah.
even.
So I raised issue with that too, and Spencer's defense was that he's pretty sure it's supposed to be like the 1990s like Harry Potter timeline, but you're in Paris seeing remnants of like Fantastic
Yeah.
Beasts or some shit, which again is just convoluted. But like,
Like we didn't see the show, but I think Newt Scamander is like not alive. I think it's supposed to be like 90s Paris. And they
Oh,
just like loosely. I mean, it's the most obvious like, oh crap, the third movie didn't do well. What do we do?
yeah,
Pivot at
yeah,
like all time. Like the ride was so clearly supposed to be a Fantastic Beast ride.
yeah,
And they were going to use that technology, and like you still have the like rhino beast in the ride, which I'm sure I would bet $1 million in the concept art for a
yeah,
Fantastic Beast
yeah.
attraction.
yeah.
But they pivoted and made it work. But yeah,
So
it's
yeah, I mean,
clunky.
Did you eat at that
it's
cafe though?
we did. Yeah, I mean, I didn't got food. I wasn't really hungry.
Oh,
I
Cafe
just
de la
went.
Serene is so
Oh,
good.
It
dude, that
smelled. I
breakfast
mean, I
was
had a bite of
yum.
Ellie's food, and then I had like a drink, and it was pretty not alcoholic, just like a regular tea or something they had over there. It was
Hmm.
really fucking
Yeah,
good. Yeah, it's a real. I loved it. I thought it was really impressive. All the lands are stunning, like
Yeah.
visually so impressive and well thought out. And my God, there are some glaring issues.
Here we go.
whoa,
I'm not even gonna go for the big one yet,
dipping,
Oh,
he's
okay.
like dipping
but
his toe in.
I'm gonna say one glaring issue.
Okay,
One that I didn't think would be an issue until I was in Darkmoor, and I was like, "Oh man, this kind of sucks." The fucking hotel.
Oh, does it bother you that it's visible?
It
And
destroys every other area. Sightlines are almost immaculate, and you go to Darkmoor, which is this giant bronze steampunk hotel that you can see
it's
through
just too
most of the
close to
land.
it.
You
Yeah, it's
can't
almost
you
like, what do
can't
you do?
yeah, I don't remember like seeing the hotel from Burke unless maybe when you're on the coaster, but
No,
Burke is
not
like the
even.
exact opposite from it.
yeah,
Darkmoor's next to it, I think, right?
Burke has Bleed with
sort of,
Stardust, but
yeah.
that's about it. Every other one has really good sightlines. It's just Darkmoor where you're like, there is a giant bronze hotel here.
Just build a
Yeah, I
Cool.
guess
mountain or something.
what could they have done? But yeah, no, it's true.
I
It's the
mean,
same
they
way.
have so many of those like dark rock croppings. They could eventually just build some sort of like,
Yeah, and
mountain
so
esque type thing.
no, I think a lot of my problems with the park are intentional design choices they made
Mm,
that I think were for the sake of being what it was, right? Like, okay, we want to have a hotel in the park. It's a giant hotel. We have to put it somewhere. We're going to put it next to Darkmoor, right? I guess it makes sense. And
well,
and
yeah,
it
it's got
it
to be at the back of Celestial
exactly.
Park, right? And it's
And
just
that's where
how
you
it
had to put
goes.
Darkmoor. So I get it. It's nitpicky, but it is just like this
No, I mean it's
eyesore.
fair.
So that one's one of my big critiques. I was just, and I think it just kind of took me out of Darkmoor more. I was like, oh fuck, there's
Interesting.
this thing here. Um, so that's one of my critiques, and then I'll just get to my big issue with it
Yeah, don't
is
bury the lead.
my big issue with it is that for in terms of general design, I love what Celestial Park is doing. That shit feels desolate when you're walking through it. That shit feels so empty and dead. Like, and
Why?
the
Just
park
because it's
wasn't.
like so big?
It's big, and because of the way the park is designed, it's so spread out, it just feels eerie. I was like, there's no what is one of the theme park 101s in design? It's kinetic energy. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I had Stardust clothes, so that could be part of it. Um,
That is a
but
big
that
part of
shit
it.
that shit
To be
just
fair.
felt that shit just felt dead. It just felt like so like eerie. It felt almost artificial. It didn't feel like a good and I think when you were talking, I was texting you earlier, like my comparison is like islands in Epcot are amazing. You walk into those parks, you walk into islands, and you have this lagoon, and you see all the lands and all these things moving, and everything is alive around you. And it's like, oh, there's so much to explore. I'm in
Mm-hmm.
this theme park, whatever. Epcot, you walk into the World Showcase, and again, you see all the people walking. Like there is something to tie you into a unified theme park experience. Epic at times almost felt like a bunch of little theme parks and not a cohesive theme park. And
Mm.
that became a big issue for me the more time I spent there. Um, I think it holds it back. I like the idea of like, okay, it's these little portals, but then it just kind of, oh man, God, fucker, stupid. Our relievers are so bad. And then I don't know, it just kills it. It just like as pretty as it is, if it doesn't feel like a kinetic spot that's like alive, it's not. It's eerie. It just felt off the entire. I remember walking to the Atlantic at like for my reservation at like 12, and that shit just it just felt like the park was closed. I was like, what the hell is going on? This is too spooky. I don't. And not spooky in a fun way. Spooky in like this is not supposed to feel this way. I get it's their choice. I get why they did it. It doesn't work. It kind of ruins the theme park experience. And the other issue it has is Disneyland also has a hub, right? You can say it's a hub design, but the beauty of Disneyland is that you can pretty easily walk through each of the lands to another land, not just through the central point, right? You want to go to Galaxy's Edge, you can go through Fantasyland, you can go through Critter County or whatever it's called now. Um, right? And you want
Critter
to get a
Country,
fantasy.
but
You
yeah.
you can essentially really walk through to Adventureland. You can walk from Adventureland all the way to Tomorrowland if you want to, from
Mm-hmm.
the back without going back to the hub. You don't have that here. Everything feels so isolated. And again, I know it's a design choice, but it doesn't feel cohesive. It just feels like a bunch of really cool high-tech park like lands without something that really brings it all together. And I noticed that too I stayed for the fountain show that ends it, their big finale. that's not something you see from the entrance. That's something you see tucked away in the back. It's almost designed more for hotel guests than it is for park guests. So it's like this thing where, like, from the core theme park design, there's nothing that really just brings you. It's cool, it's pretty. I'm sure by my third or fourth time going, it's gonna get more annoying. It's gonna get more desolate. Um, so yeah, it became a real issue, for me, and that just, I think, is what holds it back in, like, being my favorite theme park. I mean, you're not gonna top Disneyland. You just don't have the attraction count. You don't have the charm. And then Disney Sea, you walk in and you've got, you know, that beautiful lagoon, and you've got God, you've got Tower of Terror, you've got in the side, you've got the volcano. Your eyes are, like, naturally drawn to this, and it feels like a cohesive park. And those are my two big, beautiful parks. And Islands does it so much better. For a second, when I first got into the park, I was like, I don't know if this is better than Islands. Until I went on the rides, and I was like, okay, the attraction lineup is so elite. The food lineup is so elite. The entertainment in terms of characters and shows is elite. Like, that makes it one of the best parks. But yeah, my God, dude, just it just, it doesn't, it feels more prototype park than it does timeless theme park right now.
Interesting. I think, well, you've answered, well, not answered, but you've kind of given your the explanation of, I mean, it's on purpose, right? The lands
Yeah.
are bottlenecked in and out because the story is you're going through a portal that these celestials have opened, right? I get what you're saying, and I think it also falls victim from what you're saying of just its sheer size. Celestial Park is massive, and there's not a lot of like there's not like areas where foot traffic is going to build up. It's very open, and
It's honestly,
Atlantic is also a huge restaurant,
yeah,
so it holds
it's
a
honestly
ton
a
of people.
lot bigger than I expected it to be. Like, I
Yeah.
remember when we first came in and looked across, like, the, pond to the Grand Helios hotel, like, it's far away. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. And
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
walk.
we came out of Darkmoor and we were heading to Burke next. We're gonna
Hmm.
go ride Hiccups and explore Burke a bit, and then we're gonna come back and try to do Werewolf later or something. I think that was our plan. And then you
Hmm.
walk out of Darkmoor and you're looking, like, across the pond to Burke, and you're just like, it's way over there. Like,
It's
you
huge. Yeah.
actually need the spire that is on top of each portal to point out, like, where it is, because you can't see it. It's so far away.
Yeah.
So I think that that's probably part of it. I also feel like that's just on purpose to give them room to build out more as they go, but
Yeah.
and maybe eventually it would feel like everything's connected closer together if there's a couple more lands and stuff like that. Um, do you think that you would feel less that way if you could have, like, a portal from like Burke to Harry Potter, for example, since those are kind of next to each other? But,
Yeah, yeah.
like, do you
Or
think that would make it easier where you didn't have to go back into the Celestial Park to get to somewhere else?
that would definitely do it. And then I think you need some kind of visual, something that's like both an icon and an attraction in Burke. I mean, in Celestial Park, that gives it kinetic energy. It
Sure.
just feels so stale.
Did you see the
Okay.
carousel?
I went on the carousel.
Okay, yeah.
How
Not
was
that I'm
that?
saying the carousel is a big hitter, but I think the 3-story carousel, I think that was intended to kind of create that energy. And then Stardust for sure. Stardust is a little bit, the entrance to Stardust is further off to the side than I thought it would be, but when the coaster is going, the racing happens fairly out into Celestial
Yeah,
Park.
and I'm
And the
sure that
light
adds,
package is cool.
but
Yeah.
you can't just have one ride that is your entire kinetic energy. You can't have that one thing be what's tying it together. You just can't. That because then this happens or it goes down and you have the same issue. You need something in the park that is constantly moving, and I don't know, it just got so stale so fast. Like, it was so pretty, and I don't take it away from it. It's just like, I don't like, again, I'm gonna say Islands does it so well, right? You have that lagoon, and you've got Velocicoaster going here, and you've got Hulk in there, and you've got the high in the sky trolley. You've got all these things that are constantly moving. And so like wherever you're staring, it always feels like it's this big open space, and you kind of there's that excitement of what you're gonna see. This is just kind of like it's just dead, man. It's just dead. And you know, I really wonder like how does this fare once this no longer is the brand new theme park, and once 5 years have passed, and all of a sudden it's like you have to be a repeat visitor park. You have to be
Yeah.
something that you have to right now they are go their metric for success is being the best, the new, the best, the biggest. But then if you want to be a lasting park that, you know, doesn't end up becoming a Universal Studios Florida, um, or a Hollywood Studios, you need to do something more interesting that than just having it than just being able to pad it with rides. I mean, that's what it ultimately comes down to me. And I just again, they just opened. I'm sure they're gonna have something. Even like I was able to see the Constellation Carousel at night, and it's stunning. It's beautiful to look at,
Mhm.
but it's under a roof. Right? So if
Mhm.
I'm not in that particular area or crossing a bridge or just standing by it, I don't really see it. The time turner, whatever, at the beginning at the gate, really
Yeah, I was
cool,
gonna say I
really
like the
good.
Chronos movement. That would be
But
another
but
thing I'd
that's
bring
that's at
up.
the beginning. That's
Mhm.
at the front, right? Even for all its flaws, California Adventure, you've got the Incredicoaster and you've got the Pixar Pal Around that's constantly moving. So that like that, Jesus Christ, we're fucked if uh our bullpen is so bad. Um and and so like you just keep running into these issues of like every great park where it's like this is where you take like I don't see people really taking a picture at Celestial Park. They're taking a picture in the portals, taking a picture in the gate, but there's no icon. There's nothing drawing your eyes in that says like this is I guess the Helios was maybe supposed to be that, but that's just a hotel and honestly after staring at it for a while, it's not that striking of a hotel. It's pretty, but I've seen nicer looking hotels. Tokyo Disney has much nicer looking hotels. So, you know, it just I don't know. It was in my head at that weird feeling of something is off the entire time I was walking through Celestial. It was like this is really pretty. It feels like I'm at like it feels like I was in a shopping district, like in a really fancy city walk more than I was in the hub of a theme park.
Mm.
Well, I think that is sort of wasn't it when they first announced it, wasn't it like they said you were going to be able to like enter Celestial Park without park tickets? That was like something that was kind of pondered around for a
I
while.
think it's still there. I think it's
Um, it was going to
I
almost be like a city walk was sort of their pitch, and then each land would be kind of a separate thing. I mean, I'll argue against Islands and For Epic, even though it's futile. I mean, I adore both these theme parks, but Islands I find isn't very defined on where when a land starts and begins. Like Skull Island is a
Yeah.
mess. Out of Jurassic World into what is it? Is it Toon Lagoon next? Yeah, Toon Lagoon next. And then Velocicoaster feels kind of off to the side of Potter, sort of in between Potter and Jurassic Park. So I agree that the kinetic energy is stronger in Islands, but I also do appreciate how segmented Epic is to an extent. I think it has stronger. I think you hit it, Toby, and I think it's interesting that maybe it just is a personal thing, but I think it's stronger in the storytelling department of this is the portal, this is how you walk into,
Yeah.
Burke, for instance, and the portal is projection mapped, and there's music, and the idea is you're literally transporting through the portal. I
yeah,
thought
it's cool.
Nintendo's was maybe the most well done, like the warp pipe sounds
Yeah, it's
going
sick. It's
up.
amazing.
Yeah, like that's so fun, and I think maybe it does suffer from a holistic design, but I think, and you said it, and I think you're right. I mean, I think it's on purpose. I think Celestial is supposed to feel removed from it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy some of the kinetic elements. I liked the fiery arrow. I liked the other Celestial, like woman with the water. Like I enjoyed those things about it, but I don't think you're supposed to spend time in it, and maybe
But
that will come.
that's an
But
issue to me. Like I can spend 20 minutes just staring at in the over the Lagoon of Islands and just stare at it and just be like, wow, this is so fun to just be here and chill. I can do that with
mhm,
Epcot. I could just stare anywhere in World Showcase and look out of the lagoon and be like, holy crap, this is pretty. Even Animal Kingdom, same thing. You
sure.
got that big lagoon in the middle. Fuck it. Even Universal Studios Florida, for all its faults, like it's fun to be able to see everything around that. It's just like I didn't want to spend time in Celestial Park. It felt weird. I didn't like it. I was like, this is awful. This is eerie. It's pretty. It's so pretty, but you need something else. Otherwise, it just makes you uncomfortable. And then you got this thing where like the portals feel so crammed sometimes, and then the rest of the park feels it's so busy. I don't know. I'll give them their credit. I think it's beautiful. I just think it's going to be an issue at some point when it is no longer the shiny new toy. You have a theme park flaw that is thinking short-term future and not long-term being one of those parks. And which I think is very universal of them, which is not a bad thing. That's very universal of them.
I think also by nature of the attractions they built, sans one, they're supposed to be filled to capacity, and everything is so big that I think they're trying to avoid the congested walkway crowds. Like, for instance, Disneyland, during the fireworks is a nightmare.
No, yeah, Disneyland. I'm not saying it's perfect. Like Disneyland.
No, I'm not saying it either. But I'm saying I think that these faults and things you've noticed, I think, were almost a overthinking of the future. If I'm taking your position of, well, we want to have as much space as possible. We want to spread everything out so there's no crowd. So
we don't know. This thing has been open for like what, a few months? Like we can't say anything.
No. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Here's where I'll agree with you, Toby. I think that Celestial Park feels the least complete of any of the lands. Mm-hmm. I think that it needs more stuff going on because it does feel a little barren. I mean, I think we were also there on like a fairly mid-capacity day or something, but but it does feel a little barren sometimes in there. When it's nighttime, it was busier for sure. Like people were walking around looking because everything's colorful and lit up and it's beautiful. So people are hanging out there a lot more, eating and stuff like that. But I agree that it could use more kinetic energy, more movement beyond just what Stardust and some of those celestial figures can offer. Where I disagree is that it's just a different theme for a park. Like it's just a different concept for how a park is structured versus like everything is visible. Because like I do like that entry when you're coming out of what's the entry way of islands, that first strip there.
Port of Call.
Port of Call.
Yeah. No, Port of Call is I think is Tokyo Disney Sea.
I think it's
Port of Adventure.
Port of Adventure. Yeah.
Port of Adventure, like when you're coming out of there and that visual of the entire lagoon with all the different stuff, I love that visual.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad that they went a different direction because it feels like sometimes I'm always like taken out of it a little bit. You were talking about sight lines earlier. I don't like that I can see the Marvel Land from Hogwarts sometimes. Like that kind of bugs me.
You can't see it from Hogwarts. You can see it if you're like Velocicoaster. I don't think you can see it.
If you're walking into Hogwarts, there is like an area where you can see the Jurassic Park stuff, and there's areas where you can see I believe across the lagoon to Marvel Land if you're looking for
stuff,
it. Yeah. And that's like sometimes that takes me out of it a little bit.
Port of Entry it's called. Port of Entry.
So like we were close.
We tried our best.
Yeah.
Sometimes that takes me out of it a little bit in the opposite way, but I think I really like the concept. I mean, Epic Universe is almost like multiverse the park, right? Like like everything is just a portal to somewhere else that is not connected whatsoever. It's a different universe. Like it's basically multiverse the park. And I really like the idea of you are walking up to a new park and there's a land there, but you have no idea what's on the other side of the portal. Like from an exploration vibe, the thing I love most about islands is that you're like exploring each land and you're stumbling into another. And I like
that's
the way
opposite of what I was saying. That's like the counter argument, which I also agree with, is there is a sense of adventure in islands.
Yeah,
pun intended, I guess.
There's a different kind of adventure to not knowing what awaits you on the other side of the portal. And I really like that as well.
It's cool for one visit. What happens when it's your third or fourth time going to that park?
I disagree. I don't know. I just really like.
I don't think so. I think it gets grating at a certain point. It gets exhausting. It does. You're tired.
Come on.
No, it does. Like I had moments where I was like, I'm at whatever I was like, I was doing, I was in fucking, what was it called? On Yoshi's, and I wanted to go do monsters, and I'm like, I have to walk so much to get
It is
to,
large, yeah.
but
It's
there's no
large.
like, you could build stuff behind. You could still do that
Sure.
portal concept, but just do something more into it.
So
I
you want
get what they're
connecting portals left to right in addition to front and
I
back?
think it makes it feel better. Like, I
I
just don't like
think,
that I have to walk through freaking Celestial Park every time I want to get
well,
anywhere.
and think about it, like they have a lot of land around that
Or they
park,
could do
but
it, yeah.
they also don't have all of that much that I think would allow them to draw up a path to get to Celestial Park to have the portal there in the center area. So I think it's very possible that even like,
If you
I don't
could
know,
build
a
monsters and
decade,
Ministry, you can
yeah.
build that.
But like if you did like a decade, 2 decades down the line when you've really built this park out and maybe added some lands, you might do the Galaxy's Edge thing and have it connect to two in the back. Like it doesn't necessarily have to play by the rules of connecting to that center, Celestial Park area, but that's just how it is currently. Like I think that because that's kind of how Disneyland did it in a way. Like I mean, yeah, they were all sort of connected on the back end, but as they've gotten bigger, they've built that out more. Like with
Yeah.
Toontown, with Galaxy's Edge. Like if you think about it over time, like
Isn't
they're
Toontown still a bottleneck, or does it connect to Galaxy's Edge now? I haven't been
No, Toontown is
it's
visiting.
still
still it's
It's still a
still a
its
dead
own
bottleneck.
end.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a
Right.
dead end, but you have to go through other land areas to get there.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
so you have
not
to
Yeah,
go
like
through
it doesn't
Fantasyland
connect
to
to
get
Main
there.
Street.
I don't know.
No.
It just gets repetitive to me. Um,
Mm,
and I mean, we can agree to disagree on it. I just think it brings it down. It just brings it down as an overall experience.
Well, I
Again,
think it's an interesting point of
yeah,
view for sure, and because I think it, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, go for it.
um, I think it's particularly interesting because you said it yourself, and I wholly agree. It's on purpose.
Yeah, it's a
Like
choice.
it is a storytelling choice and
yeah,
device
for
to
sure.
have them
It's
all
multiverse the
feel
park.
isolate. It's a multiverse of the park.
It's
Like
not multiversal collision the park.
no, and I think, and this sort of is what it was pitched. It's like 5 amazing worlds, like or 4, 5, whatever the number is. I don't know how they count celestial or not, but I think it's supposed to feel isolated. They're supposed to feel like miniature theme parks on their own.
Sure.
And whether that, it's interesting to me because this is like, we haven't had a park open in so long, so we can like think about it from like a directing aspect, like a movie. Like it's a choice. Does it work for you or not? But like it was a deliberate direction to go.
I like anthologies a lot, but I like
Yeah,
a
Mm.
sure,
cohesive story better than an
sure,
anthology.
sure.
I just
Um,
like to be
yeah,
honest, I think that I would like it more if there was some sort of portal device that got you to Pandora in Animal Kingdom because that should make no fucking sense.
sure. That I
I,
agree
I'm
with. I
not
think
I'm
they
not
do
disagreeing
the
with you.
yeah.
I'm with you on it. I don't think the portals are the problem. I
hmm
think it
It's
is
just Celestial Park.
it's that you have to there's only one way to get to places, and it's that
I
hmm
can see that.
and unfortunately it is the hub of the park that is broken to me. And that is detrimental to a
Broken or
theme
not
park
complete? Do you think they just add rides? It makes it feel more
Yeah, but
alive?
it could just be not complete, and maybe it needs that. I don't know. Like, I never have a problem with so many other parks walking through the hub to get places. I'm like, I don't mind it. There's nothing I love more. One of my favorite entries ever is Main Street USA, right? And
Sure, it's probably the best one.
it's because yeah, but because it's stunning, and I never mind it. I'm never like, oh, I have to walk through like the hub and see the castle, or I have to do this. Like, oh God, or eat like with islands, if I have to walk around and just get to do that, I don't mind it. If I have to walk around the lagoon and walk in that hub area with Epcot, I don't mind it. Animal Kingdom, I don't mind it. Like here, I just for somebody who was as excited as I was for this, you know, and was going in with fresh eyes into theme park nerd, the fact that it got tiring has to say. I'm also not the general public.
Sure.
But I think when your hub is that barren and just lacks that much life, like I think Celestial
Yeah.
Park does, it does become a problem. I'm not saying the portal concept is not great. It's one of the coolest concepts ever. I love the portal concept. I love the LCDs they use. Like it is sick. I'm not gonna like deny that. It's so well
Mhm.
done. I just think that when the one thing you constantly have to go through to get anywhere is that boring compared to everything else. It is. It's boring, dude.
I didn't
No, I
think it
understand
was
what you. I
boring,
didn't
but
think it was
I
boring,
get
but
what you mean.
they could do more to make it not feel like a steampunk themed mall. Like
Sure.
they
There
could
you
do
go.
more. And I'll say this too is that there are several parks with a better main focal point, like main point in the distance, like Disneyland, Magic Kingdom, like having the castles there that you're
Obvious,
making your way
yeah.
towards. It's a natural sight line for their theme. And then, I don't know, Animal Kingdom, probably like Everest or whatever, having that big, point in the park that you can see from almost anywhere.
The Tree of
Yeah,
Life, but
the
And
Tree
the
of
yeah,
Tree
Life
of
too.
Life, yeah, yeah, where it's like they always have, like, Disney's good about that. They always have
they're
these
icons,
main icon,
except for Hollywood Studios. That one
except
does
for that
not
one.
work for
But
me at
like,
all.
yeah,
No,
but
Hollywood
like
Studios just sucks. What a
they
terrible theme park.
generally always have one like that, and
Yeah.
Universal, like, has semi rejected most of that method. I feel like,
Oh, for sure. And their park
where
design, I mean, their icon, especially for Universal Studios Florida and Hollywood, is the entrance. And I
right
think
the
Epic does something similar. The Kronos is the icon of the park
Kronos
right.
with
is
the entrance.
awesome, and
But
and
also,
I
what I was
just wish. Yeah,
my
sorry.
way
Sorry.
around that was like you have like the Tree of Life kingdoms and stuff on the Disney side, and then like for this park, their main focal point is a hotel.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
like
Yeah, yeah,
that's the thing. Like, and it's a hotel I'm not staying at because I'm not rich. So like,
Hmm.
exactly. It's just like
like
cool.
I'll say that is like it's a very pretty hotel. It's beautiful, but I'm also
Yeah.
like, you know, I I always thought since they announced it that I was like, oh, kind of interesting to make that like the big focal point of this land is a hotel. And whereas like if you think even about like California Adventure, like the hotel that connects to the park is off to the side. Like it's not really like part of the park. Whereas like
Yeah, I
It's
Epic
don't get
also
Universe
how
is
that
like,
and
look at
it's
works.
Epic Universe is like, look at
no,
our
no, no.
fucking
Yeah, I
hotel,
know.
man. Look
There
at this
and
hotel.
there. Yeah, yeah. Because Grand Californian is built into the land it's in. It's
Right,
built
Yeah,
into Grizzly.
sure.
It feels like just decor for
right.
Grizzly Peak, right? It's like, oh, this is based. This just works. You're not
Yeah, it's
thinking,
themed
oh,
like a
it's
massive
whatever.
cabin resort or whatever.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it doesn't take away from anything. The issue for me with whatever it's called with this is like you put so much attention
Helios.
on it,
The Helios
Helios,
brand.
and I just don't think it's that pretty. Like it's pretty, but it's not. It sticks out more than it adds, which is an
Yeah.
unfortunate thing to say. I wanted it to be a little more
Yeah.
awe-inspiring. Especially because like you haven't, but Spencer, you've been to Tokyo. You've seen what those
Hmm.
hotels look like. Those are even Paris, right? That you walk in, that's such it feels so naturally integrated into the rest of the park. I haven't been to it, but you see it in the it's like it's part of the facade of the park. You walk in and you see this beautiful like era appropriate hotel. This one is just like, look at this hotel. Look at all these rich people.
Look at
It's
this
like
fucking
you were
hotel,
saying.
dude.
Yeah, look at this hotel, and it's not enough.
I guess what I would say,
I'm
the
gonna get the
hotel
bad out of the
match.
way, then we'll talk about
Yeah,
the
no,
good. But
no, no, no.
this is
Totally.
just my big critique of the park is
No, and
this.
this is an interesting conversation because I understand, and
I
it's not that I
definitely
don't. I
understand.
see it. Like I see what you're saying.
It does
I'm
not
trying to.
bother. It only bothers me like half as much as it seems, or maybe a
Yeah.
quarter as much as it seems to bother you. Like
I
I,
guess what
I
I'm.
think that I'm more accepting of like the park's ambition and
Yeah.
the the way they chose to lay it out. Like I'm very open to it and understanding of it because I appreciate that it's new and innovative and a different way to do
Hmm.
things. But I do agree that like Celestial Park needs more shit going on and needs to
I think
be a
it'll
bit
get
more of
it.
an attraction itself. I think it'll get it over time because right now it
No,
does
and
kind of feel like Steampunk City Walk in a way.
Yeah.
my critique is not to the critique is not so much to be like, oh, it's got I have to say one bad thing about it. It's like if there is a priority for this park, that is
Here's
it.
the
Moving
improvements. Yeah.
that is the one thing I think that to me would move it that would put it to contest Disney Sea or put it to because again, and we'll talk about this later, the attraction lineup, holy shit.
It's probably the best
Like
lineup in the world. Like it's
like
pretty
you
hard to
can
argue with.
Disneyland. I think Disneyland is stronger. It's more
Numbers,
complete.
yes.
It's more
Pound for pound, I think.
I don't know because I think this has two of the best attractions of all time, and we'll talk
Hmm.
about this later.
Yeah.
But I don't think and a lot. I think one of those will stand the test of time. I don't know about the other one.
Mhm.
And that's like again, it's something really interesting on the choice when you're building something so new and big. This is Universal 101. They're so good at being cutting edge, but like they have one opening day attraction. You know what I mean? Like at Universal Studios Florida.
Oh,
Like
sure.
when it comes to legacy and building these icons, it becomes a difficult thing for them. They build very much, they design and build to be the newest and the coolest, and they don't think about what it takes to build a classic. I do think they have a classic. I do think they have managed to build some classics, and I do think they absolutely have probably two if Stardust reopens whenever. I haven't been on it, but I'm sure it'll be there.
Monsters
It's also
Unchained is a fucking masterpiece. Like,
I'm not gonna fight you on it. Masters Unchained, I think, is it, and
Masters
Monsters
Unchained.
Unchained has what it needs to be timeless. I think it's gonna be their first true timeless attraction.
Yeah.
Because it's
I would.
original.
Would you bet money that attraction's still going to be there 25 years from now?
Yeah, I hope more
100%.
people go on it. That's my only concern.
Oh, I think a lot of people go on it. I think it's
Yeah.
just a fucking like nasty people.
A lot of people, you can
That's-
stand there and drinking a beer from Burning Blade, and like
People are
just
going
see
in and
like
out,
people are
yeah.
flowing through there. Like
Yeah.
it is a lot of people going
that
through
one.
there, but it's
That
just
one
it's
to
so
me
efficient.
does. And I
It
guess
might be
you
the
can move on.
I know you've said this, Spencer. It might be like the most efficient attraction.
Yeah, dude. My God, that thing is
Oh,
a
yeah,
people
it is.
eater,
like,
and it's
at least in Florida.
They made a Forbidden Journey with a raft vehicle type load.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's wild.
The moving walkway. But anyway, to cap off the negative or the critique, yeah, I think I see what you're saying. I guess I think it is also the theming choice. It's very tan. It's very like kind of ethereal steampunk.
It could pop
Lane.
a bit more.
It could
sure.
pop more.
Boring.
Sure. It could be more.
is the word you're
colorful.
looking for. Is boring.
So you were talking about World Showcase. I agree. Future World, I hard disagree. I think it's very similar.
Future World is.
But that is the entrance to the park.
But that's why Future World is getting gutted and completely redone 30 years later.
Yeah, I also think that, and this is something people talk about online like crazy, which is interesting to me, but I guess it's true. I think when the flora and fauna grow in more, when there's more kind of
oh yeah, maybe
sweeping
it'll
plants,
be
it'll feel
something else.
more-
It'll
Yeah, you're
definitely
Florida. You've got that advantage.
It'll
I
definitely
think it'll feel more
different.
dense because
Yeah.
like the entrance to the park, it's like here you enter, Gardens Green, and I think that they were trying to, and this part I think they succeeded on. Whether it's a detriment or not is your opinion. It does feel like a park, like a city park.
No,
like
and-
I'm outside.
And
just
there were
chilling.
moments where I loved that. Like,
Yeah.
I at one point we just sat by the main fountain, and I was just relaxing, and it felt really nice to just have a place. How many theme parks are there that just don't have places to chill?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And that's where I would
This-
say it's a positive. But it
This
does,
one in that sense, strong positive.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I'm saying like my critique is not so much to say, oh fuck this park. It's to say
Oh sure.
if you find a way to have your cake and eat it too in that sense,
Yeah.
and it's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying, and I don't know. It certainly didn't bother me to
Yeah.
the degree that I noticed it. I didn't
And
feel
it is
didn't
really
feel barren to me.
to
but
me it's just
it's
that
interesting. and
area.
It makes sense.
To me, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
that area because,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
once
it's
you
that
get
area.
into each
Yeah.
of those parks, there's so
Oh,
much
it's
fucking
incredible.
kinetic energy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
like,
gonna fight you on that.
Darkmoor, the coasters running around. You can see
manor
the
lighting
manor
is
lighting is
so
insane.
cool.
Especially at night,
Maybe-
all the flickering lanterns and stuff. the
Yeah,
burning
yeah.
blade
No,
in the background.
They're all incredible. Burke, holy shit.
Burke, you have
Burke is
dragons all over the
unreal.
fucking place moving, and like
You
every
have-
Those
you-
drones start, guys. When those drones come out and they're testing them. They're still testing.
I
It's
know.
gonna happen.
yeah.
And those dragons are flying over the land. It's going
Just
to be
like-
so cool.
Dude, just like seeing the dragons like have their head poked out of like buildings and stuff, and like just like
Yeah.
growling
So
and
that's
stuff,
interesting,
and
like-
doing their own thing.
No,
Like
no.
once you're in
Yeah,
those
kinetic
lands, it's insane.
energy.
The funniest thing to me is that with all of these critiques, it's with even being a first version of a park, which is far from perfect. We all fucking know that. How many parks open and are perfect?
Oh yeah,
None.
Right.
disaster. I mean,
Um,
DCA you cited earlier was a disaster.
So on that sense, it's still a world class park. There's still
For sure.
Yeah.
good to it that I mean, even Celestial Park, the funniest part for me is walking inside of some of the buildings, and then they're beautiful. I mean, even the fucking pizza spot. Holy shit! I just walked in. I walked in. I didn't eat there. I just asked if I
Pizza
could walk
Moon.
in. I just want to go see it because it's stunning. It's beautiful, and that is, I mean,
We were so
Did you
sad
go
we
in?
didn't have time to go to the brewery. Like,
Yeah, the what's it
me
called? The
neither.
Oak and
I didn't get to go.
Star. Yeah.
yeah,
We went into. Did you go into like the candy shop? It was so cute. It had like
the
an
candy shop
airship
was cool.
inside. And I loved the storytelling of like, oh, this is Captain Cacao. He's a celestial explorer, and
Ellie
it
was very
awesome.
excited for Captain Cacao, so we definitely
Dude,
went in that
but
shop.
also like the storytelling just in that shop is so
Was crazy. Yeah,
I really get what you're saying, and it's interesting to me that some of the like incredible immersive elements of Celestial Park are inside buildings.
yeah. They could
Because
just
the
like,
merchandise
they just
is
need to bring
awesome.
it out a bit more. You know, just
Yeah.
bring this outside. You
You know
know,
what it reminds me of in a weird way, and this is not a positive or a negative. It reminded me of both Future World, but also of the Galaxy's Edge like trader area, where all the different stalls of merchandise, and you're like, oh, it does kind of feel like a mall, but it also sort of works in universe, and I can see like the merchandise, and there's little droids here, and like I was like, oh, this is like somewhere in between this and Future World, and it's also a city, like a beautiful city park. Like it is an interesting kind of mix.
Sorry, I choked.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I can't take. I mean, yeah, once you go inside any of there, it's like, fuck. I mean,
Awesome. Yeah.
the character interactions are insane. Like, I just watched some kids have like a full 5-minute conversation with Tough Nut where he told them not to burn things.
Oh, dude. I mean,
yeah. The actors
no,
of
it's
the land
so weird. Anyway, so that wraps that up on my end. That's all I have to say on it. I still think it's a world-class park.
Oh yeah.
I'll go over this quickly. They finally righted one of the biggest wrongs Universal has had for years. Which is like, and it was funny going to Islands after going here and being like, God damn, there's no good food here except for Mythos.
We were eating at Atlantic, and
don't
we
talk
were
shit about green eggs and ham like that, bro. That's all
but
fine.
I mean,
leave them alone.
Atlantic is like, holy shit, that place is good. But I mean, it's like you have Atlantic. You've got the Asian one,
Blue Dragon.
The Blue Dragon. You've got the steakhouse. You've got good bars, like good.
It has probably the best drinking, maybe outside of Epcot, of any theme park. Like exclusive beers in every land.
Exclusive beers
so cool.
and exclusive meads and ciders. Like,
dude,
it's pretty
even
wild.
the soda. Like Ellie got like the whatever soda in the flask in the beaker, and it was just fun. They put some glitter in there, so it looks really fun. Yeah, it's like they did learn. Yes, they did learn from their mistakes. I'm a diehard Dodgers fan. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know, buddy.
The fact that they had a secret menu at the Darkmoor Burning Blade was wild.
So cool,
dude.
Yeah.
And the service was also so good. The people, I had conversations with two other people at Burning Blade. One of them even was like, I was like, yeah, I'm bummed Stardust isn't open. He's like, if you want, you could just go to just go to whatever guest service. You probably get another day at the park if you wanted to. And I was just like, I feel dirty doing that because someone died, so I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not I'm a nerd, but I'm not a piece of shit. But yeah, it did just everything in terms of how they ran it was really well done.
We had a really good experience with waiters and bartenders too. They were
oh my god, dude! My waiter in Atlantic was one of the nicest dudes. I mean,
did they give you the whole story of they're like, this is Captain blah blah blah's like?
Yeah, she gave us.
Just.
Oh, dude, our waiter gave us a whole backstory to the story of the restaurant in universe and everything. It was wild.
Yeah, it was really cool.
No, and I think like having that level of like they fixed a lot of what the other parks have. Like the other parks, a lot of the issues is like they're world-class attractions, but the parks still don't hit Disney quality in terms of food and experience. And this one does. This one undoubtedly just checks. So I'm not going to keep going in that. I'm just going to say like, yeah, everything.
Food is good.
Everything. Not just the food, just the service. Like
the operations are quite good as well.
There is and
I never waited longer than. I don't think I ever waited longer than like 3 minutes for to order a beer. Like even when we went into the massive feast hall, the mead hall in Burke, like I still walked right up to the bar and asked for. I didn't even wait for anybody.
There is something that I've been seeing on Reddit, and it is slightly a bad. It's not like a terrible bad, but it's something to keep in. And I think this will come up later when we talk about attractions. It's with Stardust down, their capacity takes a hit
Sure.
on the other attractions.
It's a
Okay,
giant
yeah.
people-eating roller coaster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think they have, you know, one true people eater in
Monsters.
Hiccups also. My
Hiccups as
operation
well.
that thing, great operations.
I mean,
Yeah.
Stardust is a people eater when it's open, but yeah.
But like you have a lot that are not good capacity rides, and
Sure.
I think if one of those goes down and there's one of the big boys, you're in for a load of you're in for some trouble, you know.
Yeah. How long did you
And
wait
game.
for Harry Potter?
The first time,
I know you kind of walked on the second time.
I did. I know. I didn't just. I didn't kind of. I walked. I just won. Fuck yes. Okay, turning it off. We walked on the second time. Like I mean,
Okay.
like walked on. Like literally, I
sick.
had the vehicle to myself.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But the first time I waited around 90 minutes, 95 minutes, and I felt it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
That is a
We
never
waited.
ending
when you're
feeling.
just standing there looking at that, magic vacuum robot thing, just
the cleaner.
waiting. Like we stood there and stared at that thing slowly move around the floor for
Dude,
like
yeah.
25 minutes.
I was like, this is cool. Yeah, this is a thing, you know.
You've never known true pain, which is like it also sucks because it's hands down the best queue in the world, probably.
Oh, it's
like,
so good.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
When you come out of the Flu Network, I was like, I just didn't think you could do something like
No,
this.
no,
I
no.
didn't think
We'll get to
anybody
the-
would contribute a massive fucking show
We'll
building just to a
we'll
queue.
get to the attractions in a second. I want to.
Sure.
I think we can talk about them actually because we're at that point.
Yeah, sure.
We
it.
also kind of talk about the lands. Let's talk about the rides.
Well, do you want to do like
it.
a land at a time, just like a quick?
Yeah, I'll do a land at a
overview?
time.
Okay, so we're
Should we
talking
go
about
around?
Potter. Sure.
Yeah.
Should we go
So-
let's do-
clockwise or
Yeah, let's do clockwise. So
start with
Nintendo or
Nintendo?
Nintendo.
Okay.
Nintendo. Oh my God, they need to do something about Donkey Kong. I love it.
How much downtime it has?
I was pleasant. Just dude. I mean, if you don't have Express or you don't I bum rushed that thing.
Yeah.
In the morning.
That's why we
like,
waited in single rider. We just weren't going to do it.
I had early entry, and so because I was staying on site, I got there. I was lucky that it opened at 9. It delayed when it opened. I still waited an hour.
We waited
and
about
to me that was
45
and that was
minutes,
good. I was like, great, because it can be 10 p.m. The park is dead, right? The park's about to close, and that is still 90 minutes.
It's really poor capacity.
And there are
the
moments where
weather
that
And it's a
thing is
conveyor, it's a moving platform.
it's
to load.
regularly
it's insane.
hitting. It's regularly hitting 200 plus wait times, even on not busy days. It's hitting 200 plus
so
wait times.
Wild.
It's
Like,
also because well, the weather we've talked about a million times, but I was reading about why, and it's sensors. It's not that it can't run in the rain. It's that the minute that things get wet, the sensors and the new track pattern, the like boom coaster they call it,
yeah.
just goes like way off the rails. So like that's why they
Really?
shut it down. So it just like also when
It's
you're
also-
in line, it momentarily stops for like 5 minutes.
It's not manufactured by a reliable coaster manufacturer.
No, it's
like
not,
some
and there
weird
you
off,
go.
which is a big issue. It's
Because
not like
it's a brand
an
new
Intamin.
patent. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's not an
a-
Intamin or a Vekoma or a Mac. It's a Mach. It's a fucking whatever it is.
What I find interesting is that they opened it in Japan almost 2 years ago, and they
And
didn't
it's
change
still-
a thing. And maybe they didn't have
No.
the time. Maybe it was just basically being constructed at the same time. But
I'll say I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I
I
would.
really like it.
It's
I
really,
like it
really
too.
fun,
No,
yeah.
dude, it is so fun.
Go get banana.
I also was like pleasantly surprised by like just how it's just so fun. I mean,
It's super
and
fun.
also like I was expecting more rattle than I got. Maybe
It's
because
way
like I'm
overblown. Like I for being like I felt it, but I also, and I know people get mad at this excuse, but I think it's real. It works in the story.
It's a
You're on a
rickety
runaway mine
mine
train.
cart that is
Yeah.
half
look,
the time not on the rails. So yeah,
my
it's gonna
guy,
be rickety.
I went on a wooden coaster from the 1980s like a week before that, and that is a rattle. This was
Right.
this was fine. Is
thing
it
was-
butter? No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't
But
care.
most of
Also,
the Universal Orlando coasters, minus like the Mummy, are butter. So I think everyone just expects that.
Yeah.
And
I
Donkey
don't
Kong
know,
is like very
and
not that.
Not.
it had some surprisingly forceful moments.
Absolutely.
And And I really thought that, people were saying the track effect doesn't work. And in some moments it's like, I don't care. But there's one, I think, in particular, and this is spoiler talk, where it looks like the track is going. One of them is awesome, which is when you're jumping between tracks.
In the
I was like,
hallway. That's the
I was
coolest
like,
part of the ride.
I was
Yeah.
like, fantastic, great. And then there's one where like it looks like the track is above you and broken or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then my eye immediately went to the broken track. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it looks cool. It's so big. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm dropping. And I just totally caught me off guard.
I love the barrel launch too. That worked for me as well.
Yeah, dude.
The barrel launch was cool.
Look, operationally, it is a mess.
It's a nightmare.
You need to do something about. Yeah,
I don't know how you do that. Like it's like physically, it just feels like it wasn't built for Florida weather.
But there's the thing: is it rains in Tokyo. Well, they're in Osaka, but it rains in Japan all the time. So it's not like this.
Did it ever shut down? Does it ever shut down like that there? Do you know?
I'm sure.
I don't know. I don't know about the operations, but like the weather is similar to Florida. It's
here's the problem.
Different.
Here's the problem you also have is everyone knows who Donkey Kong is. Everyone, and it's a family coaster. So
everybody wants the golden banana.
Everybody wants the golden banana, dude. Dude, if they changed that out for like one night only, and you were hunting Tapu Tapu instead of the golden banana,
big winner.
I would fly out just for that.
A big winner. No, it shocked me how much I really, really loved the attraction.
You know what I think they might have to do with that ride? Virtual queue it.
Oh, I'm sure they were virtual queuing Potter during the team member previews.
I think
and it was apparently so bad they had to stop.
No, but with this one.
Is that what our waiter said?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
With this one,
right. Yeah.
with this one, I feel like you just have to, because like people are waiting 4+ hours sometimes for this thing.
Yeah. The first room of the queue is great with Cranky Kong and the bird, but the rest of the queue is real bad.
Boring.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're stuck there like we were, you're just hearing about the golden banana so many different times. It's so many times.
No, and so like. I think they have to figure something out, because you have growing pains excused for like a year or two, but like if that continues to be one of those rides that's that popular, you cannot have people waiting. You cannot have regularly post. It can't be like you either rope drop it or you're shit out of luck.
What do you think about if they were to cover it, like segments of it that affected the sensor, sort of like a California Screamin', like a sound tube? Because they added those for noise ordinance in Anaheim. I'm not saying something that ugly. It works better than Credit Coaster, but when California Screamin' opened, it was like these blue umbrella things.
I mean, the only problem with that one is like, dude, it's gonna fuck up the Lain so much. Because the kinetic energy of Donkey Kong is the coaster.
It's a beautiful land.
It's just the coaster. Yeah. Oh, it's stunning. Donkey Kong Country. I was so pissed that we don't have that here.
I feel like that would kind of. It could mess with the look of the broken track effect. If you had something like that. So I mean, it would not be ideal, but I mean, I'm sure they could probably
don't know
do something like
the
that.
solution. Yeah. I really don't.
But it can't. It has to run more. It goes down so much.
Yeah.
You cannot have
just
200
their
plus
capacity on other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It does. Mario Kart I mean, it's also like everyone goes to Nintendo. Everyone loves Nintendo. Everyone knows Nintendo. They go to it. That aside, I don't get the hate that Red gets. It's really good. I mean, if I had waited 3 hours for it, I'd be pretty pissed. But because an hour wait, that's a fucking banging ride, man.
Bro. And it's longer than I thought it was going to be. Like much longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's a great ride.
The animatronics are surprisingly really good too. Yeah. And even in the land itself, I liked the rhino that comes out from that one challenge. I was like, that's a freaking good animatronic.
Yeah.
Like they weren't playing around with it.
It's great. That's what I'll have to say on it. You guys didn't get to go on Yoshi, did you?
No, you hated it, didn't you?
Dude, such a waste of time. I walked on it and I was pissed I walked on it.
It's very much a kid ride, right? Like,
well, my issue is like I thought it was going to be more like a high in the sky trolley ride or a people mover where it's like you're really getting to enjoy Nintendo.
Dude, High in the Sky is one of maybe one of my favorite rides in Islands. I love that ride. I force people to go on that. I'm like, we're going on it. Lain and I went on it. We were like, we're doing it. Did we do it twice?
No, we just did it once. Yeah.
Well, we were like,
because that one, like just
bellied Sneedles or whatever.
Sneech.
Look,
come on.
That one is like the story. The story is it's really cute. I love hearing the narration on High in the Sky, and I just like getting that view of the lagoon and it's
Sylvester
so nice.
McBean's Monkey Machine. Come on.
Yeah, dude, it's great. Yoshi is like you get 2 seconds of the land, and the view you get is not that different. and then the on-ride game is like literally for like maybe if your child fell on their head 3 times and they don't know how to look at colors, it's interesting. But I don't even think a 7-year-old would be
Does it
interested. That
have
is
an AR element, or is it like a screen in the
no,
vehicle?
Is this web slingers, bro?
no, not even. It's so there's 3 buttons in front of you,
Do you have
which by
to
the
lay
way
your own
don't work
eggs?
half the time. They don't work, and it's there's green egg, there's red egg, and there's blue egg. And when you
Well,
go
yeah.
around, you see an egg light up, and you press the egg,
Well, yeah,
and
dude.
that's
I
the
mean,
game.
he lays eggs, bro. Everybody
That's
knows
true.
that.
He does
It
lay
doesn't
eggs.
work. Like Ellie's did not work at all. She was so pissed. She was like,
Is there not
this.
like animatronics of Baby Mario and Luigi in the ride?
They're static figures. They're not animatronics.
Oh.
Or they don't move around at all?
Are you
They
just in a show building the whole time?
not even. You're like in there's 2 show scenes and they're all static. There's like
Okay.
some, and when some have movement, but the movement is literally just like it's a small world level movement.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it sounds like there's no fucking point to that ride. So I tend to agree with
and the
you.
I'm
funny
gonna do
thing
it at
is
some
like
point, but yeah.
the
Yeah.
funny thing is like people wait for it. Like I saw that
'Cause
thing
it's
hit
Yoshi.
40,
Why?
40
Yeah,
to 60
absolutely.
hours
Ooh.
because you think it's something.
You say 40 to
It's
60 hours?
60 hours, 40 60 minutes. It's not worth. It's
I'm
Donkey
waiting
Kong. What?
4 days for Yoshi right now.
It's fine. And then Mario Kart is Mario
Wow.
Kart. We could talk about that another. That's just a stupid fucking ride.
I don't think it's stupid. I just think it's not. It's such a massive swing that just doesn't work half the time.
It's a big ol' swing and a big ol' strike.
Fair.
Alright.
I don't particularly like it, but I don't know that it's like.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
I
not.
will
It's not a ride
say-
that's for me, but I think it's cool. Like
I
but
will
it's not for me.
say, dude, this ruined. I haven't gone since I got back, but this just ruined Hollywood's Nintendo.
Oh, what's the point?
Like Hollywood's
Yeah,
Nintendo
burn that
is
shit
like
to the fucking ground.
I mean, I love the wristband stuff, but like that's in Orlando now.
yeah,
too,
and
so-
Hollywood's Nintendo is literally like, first of all, it's kind of an eyesore for the rest of the park. It's just like if you're not in it, it's just kind of this weird random green flats everywhere.
because
You're not
Universal
wrong. Yeah.
Hollywood is just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's tucked away in a weird area that makes no sense. I do
Universal
like that it has a
Hollywood,
portal.
like if you're like walking down to the studio tour, or for that case, the Terror Tram, you can just look up and just see the show building of Harry Potter. Like it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's-
it's like you
I
get
mean,
a
it's
full
not-
backside view of the show
it's-
building of Harry Potter.
And I'll
Like-
give it credit. Like when you're in Nintendo in Hollywood, for the most part,
They're pretty good.
part,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's a fun land. It's something that's like for families. And honestly, I tend to go when I'm in that park.
Mhm.
I like to just go and be in there because I like the vibes.
Sure.
It's a fun place to be. That being said, the ride in there is the one that I skip on the regular.
Yeah.
Just unless like a 20-minute wait, sure, I'll do it. There's not that much to do at Hollywood. But then the problem with Hollywood's too is that you're in the second story of that ride, because I don't think in Orlando you have that weird like you have to go on the outside part. You're in the outside of
And it
Hollywood's
wrecks the
Nintendo,
entire immersion.
and you're just looking at Jurassic Park.
Well, you're looking at
Jurassic
Jurassic
World.
Park. You're seeing all the mechanisms that are making the Koopas move. Like you just
It
see
is-
everything you're not supposed to see.
Like I
But
respect them
what were
for
they supposed
doing
to
it.
do? They didn't have
Yeah,
land
like,
space.
Look,
They had to make the queue. to
listen,
fill.
Up and down.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the funniest part for me of that in Hollywood is just being in line for Jurassic World and just seeing the metal supports for Nintendo in the backside of the line the
Mhm.
entire time.
Yeah.
Look, I
Well, that's because
I-
there's no effort put into that queue at all.
I'm glad we have it. I just like Nintendo. What's it called? Epics felt like, oh, this is Nintendo,
Yeah.
and I liked it a lot when I did Hollywood, but I felt underwhelming for the first. I was like, oh, I was wanting a little more, and then I did that one, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And I honestly wish I had that in my backyard there, because I would spend so much time just fucking around. I wouldn't even go on the rides. I just walk around the land and have fun. So yeah,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
great land, the best entry. I mean that's escalator and the port. I mean
The
come on,
portal's the
dude.
best one. I think.
Dude.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so
So
good.
So good.
When the warp pipe noise started, we were going up. I was like, "Oh, this is so cool."
Yeah, and I love that you
Boom, boom,
start
boom.
on the second story and then go down, and then
Yeah.
like Donkey Kong is hidden. Like
Donkey Kong is
There did-
hidden. I was gonna say when you were talking about things being like isolated, I was like, dude, Donkey Kong is like I was looking for it. I was like, where is it? And it's just like off to the side, and there's a
Yeah.
whole nother land, which to me is the
Also,
magic of Epic.
dude,
You're just like, where did this come from?
one of my favorite. Did you guys catch the what are they called? The little dudes. My favorite little dudes. They're all over Nintendo.
Goombas?
No, they're from a different game. Pikmin. They're everywhere.
Oh.
They're everywhere.
I didn't see them, but I learned about it afterwards.
I was taking pictures down left and right. I was like, this is so fun. This is so like I was just like half of me being a Nintendo was just looking for the Pikmin. I was like, where
I'm
are
currently
they?
playing
There you are.
Pikmin 1+2 on my Switch, so yeah, Pikmin blast.
Yeah, dude.
Right,
I mean,
we should.
I don't know. Move on.
We should probably move on to.
All right, let's Darkmoor.
Darkmoor.
So I'll start with Curse of the Werewolf because I did that first.
Yeah, we didn't get on it. You tell us.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
tell us about that.
It's a good coaster. It's got a swing launch. That's fun. It's like Sierra Sidewinder at Knott's. That's how I describe it as. It's more fun than Sierra. It's a little less forceful, but it's the wolf is in there.
You said theming, it's like pretty static, right?
It's not pretty. It's a statue. It's big. It's in there. Yeah. It does kind of feel weird.
Like Disco Yeti? Is it Disco
No,
Wolf?
it's just there.
Disco Wolf.
It's there. It's a fun coaster. If it was like a 20-minute, again, capacity issue on that thing, like that thing was hitting 80 minutes every time I checked it. We did it for anybody going. If you want a tip, we did it around like 10 a.m. when the park opened. After we got off Donkey Kong, we walked on. So, yeah, man, it's a cute coaster. I don't think it takes away from anything. People who say it ruins Darkmoor, I'm like, dude, you need something else in there. Yeah. So like, I don't mind it.
Darkmoor.
I think it's fun. It takes people.
I mean, I like
there.
the little area, the little Romani like caravan. I like the entrance with the werewolf holding the like orb. I was like, oh, this is kind of neat, like a little camp out here in the woods. I kind of enjoyed that idea.
Drinks are great. The beer is really good. Or whatever it's called.
Burning Blade is awesome. Yeah,
Burning Blade is sick.
Needs more seating though. My God, it was hard to get a seat in there.
There was the little outdoor spot, but yeah,
it was
small.
Also full. Yeah,
it's small.
Yeah.
And then fuck it, dude.
Well, yeah,
Monsters Unchained.
none of us ate at the steakhouse, which is
steakhouse.
supposedly good. I really wish I had gone inside and seen the theming, but we just were running around like chickens with a head cut off.
Yeah, dude, Monsters Unchained. Holy crap!
It's the best ride in the world. Yeah. It's not.
Holy
close.
crap! No, I mean it's beat after beat after beat. How do you pull off an action ride that doesn't use
exactly?
Springs?
Yeah.
Well, and the strings it uses, it is like I had this epiphany the other day. It's like the volume, dude. It's like shooting a movie on the volume. They put animatronics in front of CGI sets.
It does have that one stupid curtain.
Oh yeah, you complained about that.
It just got annoying my third time. But only because the rest of the ride is just I mean, even when you walk in, the facade is amazing. The storytelling throughout, just
the queue is incredible. Yeah,
the queue is
I wish that we had more of a queue so we could have spent more time looking at it.
I would say the queue is second to none, but it is second to one in this park.
Yeah.
But even then, the storytelling that's happening in the queue, the animatronics, and just a stupid fucking little arm that Igor moves around to show you how it moves.
Yeah,
we didn't get to see that move, but we were watching it. We saw it online. But
I got to see it in person. It's aggressive.
You're so lucky. There was just no line, and they didn't even stop us in the pre-show.
I got to see the pre-show at all.
I mean,
I saw both 3 times.
Twice. You're so lucky. We just walked right on. Like there was no line.
Yeah, but then I mean, dude, what you start off? You see the Igor animatronic. That thing kicks ass. The catacombs look huge. You get the bell effect with the hunchback bell that swings.
Cool.
That timing feels like that should not be a practical prop. It is perfectly done. And then your eye so naturally looks at it that you don't have time to think about you're transitioning to a scene. The fucking
you get so close to the Phantom and everything. Like
dude,
the
Phantom.
Close.
The Phantom. It's funny because like the second time I went on, I almost forgot about it because all the other figures, and I was like, "This is one of the coolest." Dude, that thing is stunning. His movement
the piano,
and the way he looks at you.
He grabs you and like smiles at you. It's wild. Like
isn't there fire coming out of the thing?
Yeah, there's fire coming out of the organ.
Dude,
did you guys catch that he's not one of her monsters? He's just like hanging out.
Yeah, he's just there.
That sounds like the Phantom. That's the vibe.
He's just like there. I love
he's
And
that
just
that
then
providing
that motion.
ambiance. Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, her thing, I love how it naturally when she like flips on the experiment and it kind of naturally guides you following
Yeah,
the
you're just
electricity as
following
it
it.
pulses through.
Enter the
I was like,
monster, and he
that's
like touches it, and he
and
lights up. It's
it's
so
incredible. Oh my
cool.
god. Then your first encounter with Dracula, like sick, how he breaks
Dude,
out.
the fucking when he breaks free, that animation was not working.
That
Like the
animatronic didn't work
animatronic
for
was
us.
not on.
No, it
So
was working for me
the
all three
screen was
times.
on, so
So
like you still understood what was happening totally
He just
fine, but
didn't
yeah, he
move.
was
Yeah.
not moving,
oh no,
which
he
is
like
sad.
he's like this, and then he like leaps out and jumps, and it's like it was so cool. The bride's breaking free.
Awesome.
Come
So
on.
sick. So
He's
sick.
getting attacked by the brides, and then
That's one
the
of my
were
favorite beats in the ride is the fact that there's like a legitimate action scene of Frankenstein's
the
monster fighting a bride.
the
It's
thing for
so
me is
dude,
like
quick, but it's so great.
every time I think I saw my favorite, usually with rides, I have a favorite beat that I'm like,
Sure.
this
yeah.
is the beat that this
There's
is
so
what
many
I think
beats.
about. Dude, it's like, all right, that's amazing. Then
And
the
then it
Wolfman
dips you down, and
introduction.
the creature's in your face, and then
Dude, that got me. That was like, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
looking
was
I
at
what I
the
was
was
not
tree.
expecting
saying.
that at all.
That's what I was saying on our no spoiler. I was like, "There's a jump scare in it that legitimately scared me, and it was Creature."
Yeah,
The second time it got me again because I forgot.
yeah, because it
Well,
so
because
subtly dips you down, and then he's
yeah,
there. It was like,
Yeah.
they
oh
let
man.
you're like following the scenery, so your brain is like
My
thinking
favorite,
about the scenery.
because you're so
Yeah,
right, is that it's just nonstop beat after beat. Like the storytelling and the pacing is so fucking fast for a Kuka arm ride. It's insane. Like,
Mm.
and when my favorite beat though by far had to be Wolfman. Like when you see him, he's munching, and then he looks up and sees you, and then you see him like busting through and
digitally,
running
yeah.
above you digitally, and then he's there
He
swiping at
swings
you
at
above
you.
you, and
My
then you
God.
spin around and he's fighting the
Dude,
monster.
I wonder
Like,
if that swing at you was just a fuck you at Disney, because that's the exact same movement the Yeti's supposed to make.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
But
was
except it was
thinking
scary.
that.
Like that got me. I knew it was coming, and I
Yeah,
knew that they were gonna have him there or something. But
that
the
But
was the
then,
swing
first
was
thought I
what got
had,
me.
dude. I was like, "Oh, this is the closest I'm ever gonna get to seeing
Yeah,
the Yeti. Is this?"
yeah.
and then what do you have after Wolfman? I don't even remember,
The
dude.
monster
It's
The,
fights him and then
and then
shoves
the
him off,
mummy.
and then the mummy. Yeah,
dude,
and
the
I think the
mummy.
mummy is
The
next.
mummy is
Holy
so
shit.
big. The mummy freaking scared me. I was like
It's
leaning back in
scary.
my
That is
chair.
huge. And not even
It's
that.
like off the
The
fucking
build up.
ceiling, like
The
reaching at
build
you.
Yeah,
up to it. The
The
build up with the
opening
projection mapping
sarcophagus,
and
the
I was like,
lighting. It's
dude,
so good.
and then I don't know, the ending. I mean, I did you guys get the final working Dracula effect?
Yeah.
Where
yes, yes.
he's like, well, not even that. Before that, when like she's like Frankie, and he's like must help friends, and I was like,
And he like
this is
spins
so
the thing. Like
yeah.
there is like I was trying to explain
And
this.
then
It's like
they do the
sequential
same effect.
storytelling.
They do the
Like
same effect where they beam the mirror light across the
and you're
room too.
following the
Like
light
you're
until it
following
hits
that.
him.
Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
And then
so
seamless. It's
no,
insane.
and then like
there's
you're
that one where
following
like
beats of the story is just like one of I've
dude
never experienced a ride do that before.
Yeah,
when the bride is one of the brides is flying and the beam hits her and she just like backtracks.
Yeah.
yes.
I was like, that's so smooth. That
It's
is
unreal.
insane.
It's
And
like
then you
watching a
move,
movie. It's like
dude. It is.
bizarre.
And then the ending of it all, right? Like I love that when he chases after you and he's like in his final form, almost destroyed, and the ending of Igor getting eaten by the bats. He's oh, and
Dude, yeah.
her last quote, what
All
is
the
it? It's like
monsters will bow
just
to the
will
house
Yeah,
bow
of Frankenstein.
to the name Frankenstein. I was like,
Yeah.
this
yeah.
is. I got goosebumps
It
just
was
saying it.
so
I
sick.
know.
Yeah,
It
I
made
was
me want a
like,
movie of this story
dude,
so
the
bad.
fact
Dude,
that I got out of that ride and I was like, the writing in that ride was incredible.
it is
I was like,
so
what the
good.
fuck?
It
Like,
it it. I I don't know what else to say. Like it has, and the funny thing about that one, that why I think it's gonna be, I think it's Universal's first true classic,
Yeah.
um,
yeah,
because like it's one that isn't tied to an IP that is like
yeah.
timely. That
I
shit will
can't say,
be there.
and that's the thing is like I can't say that Battle of the Ministry is timeless because
That's my
I
issue
think
too, and we'll talk
I
about that when we
think
get
that
to it.
Forbidden Journey is probably more timeless, and we can talk about this later. But
And this is a
but
perfected version of
this
that.
this is like a timeless original thing that
No,
they're
yeah,
doing,
it's
and
like you figured out a new tech, and then you were like, how do we take the complaints we have? People don't like the domes. People get motion sick. There's too many screens, right? And how do we make it better? How do we showcase what we can do? That thing
while
is
also somehow
one.
making it more efficient. Like,
Yeah,
Dude,
true.
it's crazy.
I mean, dude, also just walking into the loading, it's so big. The loading area
I
with it's like a
love that it's just
giant,
this giant wooden gear, and it's
dude, and
yeah,
it's like constantly spinning.
it's so
I
good.
don't have anything else that I mean that I think that is on par, and it's gonna be on par with a Haunted Mansion or a Pirates or one of those timeless rides
I
that's just like if
completely
they can
agree.
keep it functioning with all I mean that's my only concern is can you keep all guns firing
It's
on
so
this
high
thing?
tech.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
there's a lot
animatronics
going
are I
on.
mean, there's like 20 state-of-the-art figures in the ride. Like, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
like
Yeah,
and it completely changed. That one is a game changer
Yeah.
from here to the fucking moon. Like
Yeah. It's the
I we
first
want to
time in, like, so long that and you said it, and I agree, like, a classic was just born. This
yeah,
is going
yeah.
to be talked about in the likes of Pirates, of Haunted Mansion,
Yeah,
of
this is
like,
that
this
ride.
is an
I mean,
all-timer
to give
attraction.
you an idea, Ellie is not a horror fan.
Yeah.
Ellie got off that ride, and every time he'd be like, "We'll do it again one more time." He was like, "Let's do it again twice, 3 times.
Yeah.
We can just cut the rest of the park and just do it all you want." That is her favorite ride of all time.
No, I texted Noah.
wow,
Ellie,
Like,
that's
Noah
crazy.
said, he's like, "That's the best ride I've ever been on." And I was like, "It
Yeah,
so is."
it's so
there's nothing that compare. I had a buddy of mine who's a theme park nerd. He just went this last weekend. He went on it 9 times.
Oh, I would, dude. Now that I've been
I
to the
would
park,
too.
I would
totally
send
It
a
would.
whole
doesn't
Yeah,
day of
it
doing it.
doesn't get tiring. It's just
No.
like where the beats ever. I mean,
And it's
and
so
it's
good at keeping you, like, enthralled and distracted that,
yeah,
like I said, the creature and mummy scared me multiple rides. And I knew
yeah.
what they were, but I forgot they were there because you're so in it.
they
It's
just
so good.
it is. I mean, I don't know how much more we
I
can
could talk
glaze
about
it.
it
Yeah.
Like,
all
Oh,
day.
dude,
dude,
Yeah.
like the
it's like
minute that you start and you're like being carried off into the dark, of the bowels of the castle or whatever, like, and you see Igor come around and he starts like jamming his joystick and you
and
like,
Moving you around.
and
you know what's
it's
crazy?
flawless. Like, it's
Yeah.
so
It
seamless.
it doesn't have because this will be a comparison we'll talk about when we get to Battle of the Ministry because I also fucking love that ride. I know
Sure.
I'm not as you guys, but Battle of the
I mean,
Ministry
I really
relies
liked
on
it. Yeah.
Battle of the Ministry relies on some things for it to work the way it does that this
Yeah.
doesn't need. This has moments where the scale is not big, where the scale is actually very intimate, where it's not massive showrooms or actually pretty standard dark ride
Yeah.
showrooms in a lot of the way, but it's
It's
utilized
the
so well.
story. Yeah.
And the pace, I mean, Universal forever, one of the critiques was you throw too much at the wall and it doesn't work. There's too much going on, right? I mean, Transformers, right?
Sure.
Transformers
Yeah.
is like, what the fuck is happening? Take a
Yeah.
Yeah.
breath. Take this one still has that kind of frantic pacing, but it works. I
Yeah.
No,
don't know how
the pacing is flawless. Like, and I think it's
it
because
is.
the story is somehow moving at the same speed as your car. Like, in a way where like you're watching things happen as you're turning and
You're
exploring, like,
moving
with
with them. Like,
yeah, and you're moving with it, yet the pacing is fast. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I just think nothing has come, and it's so funny because it's not the most. It's not a new ride system.
No.
It's not the biggest showrooms. It's not. I mean, the animatronics are amazing, but it just perfected everything that they were figuring out
The
how to do well.
animatronics are better than most of the animatronics in Battle of the Ministry. Better than
Most,
better
There's
than
one
better
that's
than
most
80
two.
they're
There's
better
two.
than they're better than 80% of the animatronics in Battle of the
I'll say
Ministry.
70 because there's some. I got to see you guys didn't get a good run. I got good runs and some of them look really good.
I
I
mean,
just don't like face projections yet. I don't know.
There's
Maybe
face
I'm
projections
bored.
on Victoria.
in the pre-show, not in the ride.
Yeah, not in the ride. I don't
Yeah.
think.
The ride sheet
Regardless,
talks, but yeah.
dude. There's nothing else to say. I mean,
It's perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a perfect.
It was
There's
perfect.
there's one bad beat, and it's just staring at a curtain, and that's all I can say
For like a
negative about it.
millisecond. Yeah.
It was
I'm
perfect.
like, it is.
No,
It
I
is.
had infinite hype and I got on it and I like
Yeah.
said to Lain, I was like, I can't believe we're about to ride this. Like, I've been
Yeah.
looking forward to this for 5+ years. And like when we got off it, it like I've never it was like,
never
oh my
felt
god, it was
so.
better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I've never felt so full, so filled. Like
Yeah, like
it
I'm
was
so
so good.
satisfied.
My
And
yum
I
had
did
never been
I
yummed so hard.
Yeah.
dude, I did 3 rides and I could have done 2 more and been happy.
Yeah.
I would go back in a heartbeat. And I might be going to IAPA for work, and I'm
Yeah.
like, send me. I'm
Dude,
going.
I
I'm
was
just
like,
going to Epic.
surely going onto it, I was like, surely this can't be the best ride in the park. It's the scary ride.
Yeah.
No,
it
surely it can't be the best. And
It is. It's a
the fucking
classic.
best.
It's a classic. It is up there. It made it. If they can keep it running with all at this
I agree with
level
that. Yeah.
in 10 years, that's the hard thing. We don't know.
Yeah.
If as long as you don't have half of the animatronic static and half of the
Yeah.
screens non-calibrated, which I don't think Universal will,
No,
then
not this thing.
you have finally knocked on the mouse's door and said, "Hey, I'm here."
It was so clearly
here.
like the first, like they've probably had this idea for so long, and they finally were to like they said, oh, we're gonna do Monsterland, bring it off
You
the
saw
shelf.
Spielberg's thing, right?
Yeah, like he was part
Spielberg-
of it. He was like,
Yeah,
this is
he was
gonna
like,
be,
I
we
want to
wanted
compete
this
with Haunted
forever.
Mansion.
Yeah,
This is our generation's Haunted. This is one of those that I hope to God will hit that level. I'm worried that kids are not going to go on it still because it is a monster ride.
because it's
not
scary.
We
Yeah.
saw a lot
scary.
of kids getting on it, dude. Like
Yeah.
we did.
We'll see. All right, let's move on. We're running out of time. It's an amazing ride. Best ride in the park.
Yeah.
Let's
Best
go to
ride in
Potter.
the world. Yeah,
Let's go to best ride in the world that I've been on. Potter.
The
we're
scale
gonna
of the
have
land is unbelievable. I'm going for it. The scale is unreal. It looks like Paris. I feel like I could get lost in there. Window shopping.
I did.
Yeah. It's
We stood outside in the outdoor line before we got
Just
to the
looking
3-hour
around.
indoor line. Just looking around, and it was
Yeah.
delightful.
It is unbelievably gorgeous. I wish I could go down to the circus. What a fun reveal that probably is of how big that showroom is. The ride is the best queue in the world. It makes sense that during team member previews,
not even close. Yeah.
that you were letting people walk through the queue as an attraction. I would walk through the queue as an attraction if I could. It's unbelievable.
The waiter we were talking to, they had their big, first get together and in it. What do you call it? Orientation. They had their big orientation for the new park in the queue, which is.
I got a question. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
Opening day for both. Your first time going on it. What is more impressive? The Ministry reveal through the Flu Network or the doors opening on the hangar in Rise of the Resistance?
The Ministry reveal.
I have to say.
Yeah.
Because
hard.
It's hard, but when Resistance happened,
I will say the Ministry reveal because
there was a screen behind them.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
Me
too.
Troopers. With Ministry, I was like, this is completely real. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I immediately clocked it was a screen. I will say that I also they published the shit out of that before you even could get on it. Like that was in all of their marketing, and they were doing interviews on that loading bay, whatever you call it, the bay of the hangar bay. Like they were doing interviews there. They were doing a bunch of promo material there. Everybody that was an influencer getting in early was taking photos on it. Like I knew that I was going to see that. And
they were like, "There's 100 animatronic stormtroopers." Which their heads barely turn.
Yeah, I had no fucking clue that I was going to be in a space that massive.
Yeah, like I had seen pictures of it, but the pictures don't do it justice. The scale is unbelievable.
No, and
the fact that every office has furniture in it
and a ceiling fan that moves.
Did you guys catch it? There's one office that has letters flying everywhere.
No, I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, there's one that has letters flying everywhere.
Did you? Yeah, go ahead.
And then I think the Flu Network reveal is brilliant.
It's great. Yeah, it's really great.
Because you just walk in, it blows the steam in your thing, and you're just there.
Yeah.
And my jaw dropped. I fucking FaceTime my mom in it because I was like,
sending
this is
everybody videos.
I was like, this
is a huge Potter fan, and I was like,
I'm a huge Potterhead too,
and
that is just, I mean, my God.
Yeah.
With Potter, they've been getting so. I mean, when you first walk into Hogwarts, it was, my God, worth all my qualms with Gringotts. Walking into that bank for the first time was like, my God. And I was like, how do you one-up it? And then they built that motherfucker. And I mean, even the statue in the back, that's the forced perspective with the screen behind it.
So good.
It looks, when you're standing at a distance,
it looks good.
Even despite it being a grueling line, it's still just they nailed it. You're in the
The queue is
ministry.
fantastic.
The
Yeah.
queue of that ride, it is so.
Even like when
Yeah,
you're
I
going
mean,
through like the locker rooms of the ministry and
but
shit,
it's
like
so fun. There's
it
little
was so
detail there
fun.
for you to
Yeah,
look at.
yeah.
Yeah. It
Did you
they
catch the mirrors?
no.
Where
Okay, so I love like clever, like old school, like not
Effects.
gags, but like effects, like they
Yeah.
use in Pirates, whatever. There are Lane, you and I were talking about this. There are mirrors on the ceiling
oh, that's
of
right,
the
that's right.
ministry on the edges. So if you look like to the
Because
side, it
it
looks
has
like
like
it goes on forever.
the screen or the projection
Yeah.
of the sky or whatever that's in
So it
there,
looks like it's
and the
floating.
edges that I did catch that the edges of that are a mirror. Like you can see where the spray or whatever like stops, and then it's a mirror to make it look like it just keeps going up the offices.
And if you
It's
don't
really
like
smart.
recognize that, because they angle in a way where you can't see your
Yeah,
reflection, it just looks like the offices go on
right.
forever.
You can only
It's
see the
so
wall,
cool.
so
Yeah.
it's so
No, it's
simple yet so smart. Like,
It's like such a classic like Disney like
yeah,
visual that I was like, this is so great. Like what a
no,
wonderful idea.
they nailed it. So
Yeah.
yeah, probably the best queue in the world. I don't
Has to
think
be.
a
Yeah.
queue can. I mean, it is.
It's part of the attraction. Like the queue is
That's the
part of
funny
the
thing.
attraction.
That's the funny
Yeah.
thing. Rise of the Resistance kept touting that the experience starts, and it kind of does. Like Rise of the Resistance does have the gimmick of
Sure.
like you're in the ship, but then it kind of feels like you lose steam when you're kind of walking into.
Totally.
It's like, you know what I mean. Rise of the Resistance is like,
You're in that
boom.
like carrier vehicle and you're like, oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. And you're in the
no,
hangar. Oh yeah, here we go. And
you're
then
still
there's
in line.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, and then you have like, Rise of the Resistance still probably has one of the best vehicle reveals in the world.
Sure.
The thingy is just like, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like that ministry. I mean, I would just
it's
chill.
a league of its own in terms of queue. Yeah, I would just hang out in there if they let
Dude,
you.
if
And
they
they
had,
kind of
like, a
do when you first come
ministry-
through.
They had like a ministry cafeteria in there.
Dude, like
just
Blue
sit there
Bayou, I
all-
was thinking
yeah,
that. I was like, they need to open a restaurant in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I would wait. I would book 2 months in advance to get.
Yeah, like it'd be
Yeah.
so good. But,
Anyway,
okay, let's talk about the ride. Brand new vehicle. It's very unique. I don't know how
So-
else to describe it besides like a free floating elevator shaft. I
Yeah.
know it's
Yeah,
on an
it's-
arm, right? It's kind of like Kook arm meets Tower
The
of
closest thing
Terror.
I could probably
Yeah.
compare to is probably like the classic King Kong car, like
The monorail
the
thing,
tram.
yeah.
the
Yeah, that's
Roosevelt
interesting.
the Roosevelt Island tram is probably the
Yeah.
closest thing that it
I
It's-
would
compares
not
to.
have made that comparison. That's interesting.
it's really impressive.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love getting into it. I love the design. I love how I felt like I was falling sometimes. Like
Oh, yeah?
you feel that it moves. It works.
You feel
Really?
like you're
I didn't.
floating. Yeah, you feel like you're floating. but-
And then like, look, in terms of ride experience. Aside from this, I am not big on screens.
Yep.
I am one of the people who is probably in the minority saying that Flight of Passage is overrated.
All three of
Flight
us
Passage
agree,
is overrated. Yeah,
It is an overrated ride. Like I'm like that is a one-trick pony.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is just getting on the Banshee. Once you do that, it's soaring.
The coolest part of it is when it breathes, and that's like at the very beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
This one, despite being a screen reliant ride, it did so many things that I loved. Like just the fact that, and I know I was not paying attention as much to the Potter faces. I know they don't look great, but just the fact that you have a physical elevator between two screens, or at the screens, you have some moments where the screens are kind of like these two giant IMAX looking screens next to each other with a physical set piece. I thought that with the movement was really good. That being said, Noah is prone to motion sickness, and he was dying on this ride.
I took
Yeah.
so many Dramamine before we got on it, but yeah, it is a puker. It is messing people
If
up.
you cannot, like, my first time doing it, I got motion sick, and I
Yeah.
never get motion sick.
No, it's a gnarly. Yeah,
Because it's intense. It's surprisingly intense. I would say it's more
And it's,
intense in
like,
terms of
almost
movement
all
than
media. So it messes with your eyes. Like
yeah. And
Yeah.
what I do like is it starts with mostly screens, right? All the moving and everything and the movement, and you're getting used to the ride vehicle. But then when you get to that, I think it's that first big room
with the Death Eater,
with a Death Eater, the scale of that fucking room,
it's crazy. Yeah,
it is, my jaw dropped. because like
And that
they also,
animatronic I thought was a living person. I was
but
like
Yeah, it
legitimately
was
no, no,
wild. Yeah.
no. I mean, did you catch the ghosts too on the wall? The projected ghosts that were on the
I didn't
sides.
actually.
There's ghosts on the sides of the building that kind of move into the screen, and it's a
Oh,
really fun
interesting.
effect. But what I love about it is that you start at a distance and then move closer to the screen, so the scale really hits you.
Huh.
It's like, wow, I am in a giant fucking room.
No,
This
it
show
it is
building,
enormous. Like I was floored when we entered the first room. Absolutely.
and in terms of like it being a battle, it felt like a battle, right?
Sure.
Like because
Yeah.
of how much is going on, the effect were that the best animatronic I ever seen. I mean, monsters better through and through, but nothing will top those two figures are holy shit. Kylo Ren,
Yeah.
who, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, they're crazy. And then you have that effect where that one in the he's on a platform and the platform moves and it tracks you.
Yeah.
He's like
And that is
walking
like
too. Yeah.
that is a brilliant if like that whole
Which
scene
animatronics are
is
you talking about? The Death Eaters are the
the
best
Death
ones?
Eaters. The Death
Yeah.
Eaters,
Yeah.
yeah. The Death Eaters, like, I don't think they're as impressive in terms of scale.
But they are
And
so fluid.
like those things are
They look like people.
stunning.
They
They
also don't
are
have faces, which helps.
Also true. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean it's the same thing with like the Kylo one. You know,
Yeah.
because the
Oh,
Kylo,
it's so much better than the Kylo though.
which is crazy, because like the
Yeah.
Kylo, yeah, it's much better. The Kylo one is great, but
It's great.
those just are like, those are like, holy shit, this is you, shaman. What? Yeah, no, they beat Disney at their own game.
I mean,
Like
it's
I
as if the
cannot believe I'm
shaman was
saying that.
walking around. Like it's of that
Yeah.
ilk. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't remember all the beats. There is this one sequence that I think is really stupid. I do like when you're moving from the sequence when you're in the, it's just screen when it's like you're in the
When you're like in the time turner.
no
Is that
no
what you're talking
I
about?
love there's no I love that sequence. I'll talk to that in a sec. I'm talking about the one where it's like the animals all break out.
Oh, the magical creatures
Oh,
vault, and then
yeah.
That one is
there's
the
the one that's
most.
animatronic at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
This
first part of
very
that,
King
the
Kong-y.
no, very. I was like, oh, I'm on Green Gots. The first part of that, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we have to mandatory one full screen beat. But then, like, I love that they added the figure at the
Yeah, that
after
looks
that.
good.
Yeah.
The figure is fantastic. It's a
And the
big
figure is
figure,
huge.
impressive,
Yeah.
When that scene
and
happened, I went, "Oh, this was the original ride.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is the beast. Okay.
This is it.
And
You were going
then
through the Beast department with Newt. This was the
the
ride."
magic
the,
rhino or
Yeah.
I
whatever.
will say the scene that the two scenes that blew me away. One is the that reveal of the Death Eater scene, whatever the giant, and the other one is when you have the giant clock coming at you, and then like there's a clock physical prop moving, and you have the whatever elf animatronic and Dolores.
Oh,
That's an animatronic. I had it
Higgledy.
working
Yeah.
perfect, yeah, and then it's like a giant warped screen, and it breaks away, and you're kind of moving with. I was like, in terms of screen tech, that's really impressive.
No, it was
That
great. It's
worked
just
for me.
our Dolores was projected so poorly. Like
Yeah,
her
it was
face looked
bad.
insane, and I was like,
Damn, mine was
"Fuck."
perfect
She looked like
on
if
both
Dolores had
runs.
really awful, fucked up plastic surgery.
It looked insane. Yeah, so
It
I'm glad
looked
it
really
worked for you.
bad.
That
It
being
worked
said,
for
the
me.
final room, her animatronic looked great. The final room of
Yeah.
like all of
Yeah.
the animatronics standing there, they look amazing.
Dude,
Yeah.
impressive. And I
Yeah.
love the effect of like them doing the thing and she's projection maps, so it turns into the prison thing.
Yeah.
And then it ends with the photographs. Like that felt like such a classic Disney ride. I don't know. It overall, I can definitely I'm worried in terms of like, is this gonna have a rise effect when something else bigger and badder comes out in terms of because a lot of the crutch of this is the new tech
Yeah.
and the scale. Right? Like
Let me
ultimately
hit you with something. You
yeah.
talked about this earlier, about like Universal, the classic Universal trope of like overdoing it and like just
Yeah.
throwing everything at you. That is sort of how I felt about this.
I was
It's
able to
executed extremely well. Probably the best that's ever been executed. The scale is unbelievable. The effects are unbelievable. But I was thinking, like, I don't know what's going on right now. I feel like I'm on a little bit of like a Transformers, not anywhere near the quality, but of like, there's so much happening.
I was
Yeah.
able to do it twice, so maybe
Okay,
because I
maybe
got a
that
second
helps.
ride, I really
Yeah.
got the story pretty well.
Okay.
Um,
Because when I got
I
off it, I was like, I couldn't track the story. Monsters, I tracked it the first time I was on.
I actually tracked. I think I texted you this. I tracked
You did, yeah.
Ministry the first time better than I tracked Monsters.
That's interesting.
And I'm also just a huge Potterhead, so
Sure.
like,
I
And
like
to
understood
me,
what was going on with the context
fully,
clues,
yeah, I was
but
fully in the canon of it and knowing what was happening. I think
to
that
to
I don't know
me, it
when the time turner like busted apart and suddenly you're like falling from the sky inside the time turner. I was like, this is kind of crazy. I was like, I don't know,
I
I don't
loved it.
really
I
know what's
thought it
going
was
on right now,
sick.
but
yeah.
No, I
yeah,
mean, there's definitely some
it was
crutches.
very different from how like time turners were ever portrayed in like the books and other media, so which is
Yeah,
fine.
and
Like you can add canon, I don't care, but like
I
I was a little bit like, whoa, what the fuck is happening?
I like to me it felt like the Potter ride I always wanted. One, it's a
Sure.
continuation of the story, which is not like just
Sure.
No, it's the
it's not
first
I mean
like
like
original story besides Hagrid's, I guess.
yeah, and
If
then
you can
B like
call
this
Hagrid that, I don't know.
Yeah.
the scale is there for me.
Oh yeah.
The battle sequence I remember my first time going on Gringotts and the sheer disappointment I felt getting off that ride. Um
Just screens, yeah.
just screens with some cool coast just because like Gringotts like the queue is so cool and then the
Yeah,
ride is Transformers with some coaster elements.
Mm-hmm.
Um
sure.
and then this one just like for its screen reliance, it still felt like a battle. It felt like a more interesting story. I felt like I was learning something new. When the animatronics were there, they really supplemented to the experience. It's still a media simulator, but it felt like one of the best implementations of media
Oh,
I
it's
have seen.
probably the best simulator in the world. I mean, that I don't
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
can be argued.
And so,
Um,
like, I mean, it doesn't get the pass for being it's still Potter rides historically are simulator rides, right?
mhm.
Like at this point, they all have simulator. It's
They
the
have
best
similar
simulator.
elements, I feel like. I mean, like
Besides Hagrid's,
like
the obvious.
Hagrid's is different. That's pretty much all practical
Forbidden
except for
Journey's
like the
50/50.
But
Forbidden
the
Journey's
Forbidden
reason
Journey's
50/50.
Monsters is so
50/50.
good is because it's not. It's 100% with
Oh
that
no,
system.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I have come to my senses, and I'm not saying this is better
Oh
than
no, no, I'm not
Monsters.
saying that. I'm just throwing a point out there of like that's why it's better.
But then Gringotts is a simulator
For
with
sure.
some coaster.
Yeah.
Um, and then this one just I don't know. I think it is an incredible ride. I think it is on par with Rise of the Resistance. I think if you're an ultimate Star Wars nerd, but even then, if you're an ultimate Star Wars nerd, you still have the nasty taste with Rise of the Resistance that it is based on the sequel trilogy. If you're a
Mhm.
Potter nerd, this is not Fantastic Beasts. This is a Potter story,
That's what I was
Yeah,
right?
about to say. If they had
yeah.
committed to it being Fantastic Beasts, I
It
think
would have
you'd have
It
been
a
would have the
very
very
Rise
Rise
of the
effect. It would
Resistance.
have had the
Yeah,
Rise
yeah,
it
effect.
would have
for
been the
sure.
same
So
thing where it's like this
You're
is so
absolutely
great, but
correct.
people don't
Yeah,
care. Like it's
yeah.
yeah,
not going to
and
have
so
the
like
lasting impact because it's just
and
not
so
the thing people love.
it just felt like the perfect Potter ride to
Did,
me.
Yeah.
And I
did
mean,
did Harry and Hermione and Ron look CG as fuck to you?
No,
I
he didn't
wasn't paying
notice.
I wasn't paying
Really?
attention.
Oh, dude, they looked so CG to me.
I
Like
I
mean,
will
I
say
knew
the part of that that's cool is they're on a physical vehicle in front of
they
you.
are,
and that's
they
And I
great.
thought
are,
that was
and
awesome.
that
Yeah.
effect is done really well. But like they
They
definitely,
look weird.
I
Yeah.
I was more
none of them
focused,
came into the soundstage for that shit. None of
but
them did
that
that.
that no. I will the one thing that I will say is this ride, like I said, it has two very big crutches it's relying on, which is the
Yeah,
tech innovation, right? The
Mhm.
animatronics and the vehicle and the scale. It like
sure.
Monsters doesn't have a crutch. Monsters is that's what makes it a classic. This, like Rise of the Resistance in a lot of ways, is relying on two things that I wonder if they'll get old. I don't think the scale will ever get old because
No.
like I don't think anybody can ever replicate that. And I don't know if any other rides will ever use this vehicle. It's a very
That's
particular
what I wanted to
Yeah,
vehicle.
talk about because I
I
wanted to
can't
kind of talk
imagine.
about,
I can't
you know,
imagine
Could I?
sitting in a boardroom being like, you
Okay.
know, which vehicle we should use again.
I need to charge my laptop. Let's not cut though because it's gonna look weird if I just like
yeah.
we cut to me at a different location.
No, you're
But I just
good.
need to move my laptop
No,
because it's about to
I'll
die.
just talk. I'll just talk. Um,
Yeah.
no, I think something I want to talk about with all these, and this is the first like big example. We talked about it a bit with Monsters, but this park's new technology. This is a brand new ride system. Do you think it works anywhere else? It almost feels like it was created for kind of like
Yeah,
this. Like
this
I
like
don't know
special
what
case
else you can
scenario.
do with
Um,
a floating elevator shaft. Like like it
I feel
works
I'm
in
like
trying
part
to.
because that's the
you
ministry system.
you could
You
find a
know,
What are
minion.
their other
I'm sure they'll
properties?
make a minions ride out of it. I'm sure.
they'll probably do that. Yeah, they always find a
But
way.
no, dude, I get what you mean though. Like I can't imagine sitting around a boardroom being like, you know what we should do? That really expensive, really poor capacity
Really
thing that we,
volatile
yeah,
system. Yeah.
yeah, that we did for this other thing.
That
Like
I
we
mean, I
should
perfectly
will
do that
works
say,
in
again.
one universe. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
Should
If
absolutely
Minion
do that
Mayhem did
again.
this, that'd be cool.
No, and I'm thinking like, what would they do with like Pokemon? Like, why would that work? Like, why would you not just be on like a ride
No, and you
system,
know
like
what?
a
I
normal
almost
ride
hope they
system?
don't. I almost hope they don't. Let it be its own thing. Let it have its uniqueness.
Yeah, that's what's
I mean, look,
interesting is it's this brand
I
new
think
system, and they
you could
touted it like
maybe
crazy, but I don't know where it
you
goes.
could maybe do some sort of like, I don't know, space themed attraction with it, like you're in a shuttle or
They could do like
something.
Star
Like
Trek or something.
it's like
Yeah.
some
Star
shit
Trek
like
doesn't
that
have
could
the
maybe
fan base
sell like
to
that.
mirror it.
But
Hey, don't
no,
talk shit
but
about
like
Star Trek.
you know what I mean is like
I like
if
Star Trek.
or if it was like you're simulated being in some sort of boat because the rocking mechanism that
Dude,
they're able to
you know what?
simulate a little bit, but like
This could have been
I
great for
can't
a Marvel
imagine.
ride.
That would have been interesting.
This
Yeah.
for a Marvel ride where
The
you're like in
Quinjet,
like a,
dude, could have been Avengers.
it's like a Star Tech machine that's taking you through like the different cities.
Yeah,
That they were like, hey Disney, fuck you. We got this from you now.
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know that
uh
it's gonna be. I think that it's also a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah,
So I don't
that's
know
what
that
I'm
they're
saying.
gonna
That's what
do
I
it.
was saying is I don't.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine a bunch of engineers and
yeah.
folks sitting around a room being
But
like,
it is
"Yeah,
impressive.
let's
It's
go for
very
it again."
cool. Like
Look,
it is brand new and it's unlike anything. It's hard to describe.
I
But
I think this is a reason for me to go back to the park. Like I want to
Yeah,
get back on this ride.
absolutely.
We might disagree on this one. Like to me, it is the best Potter ride they built by a mile. Hagrid's is fun, but in terms of being a Potter ride, this is the ultimate Potter ride to me.
it's the most techy. I still enjoy Forbidden Journey more, but that's just me.
That's
I think
crazy. Forbidden
this.
Journey got dropped for me after doing
Aw,
monsters and
dude.
seeing what
Well,
that tech
no,
could be done.
I still stand behind what I said originally was that like if the original concept for a Harry Potter ride was like what do people want to do in the Harry Potter universe? They want to ride a broomstick with Harry. They want to be there at a Quidditch game. They want to fight off a Dementor.
Okay.
Like that ride was like hits all the beats of like you can call it fan service or whatever, but it hits all the beats of what people would want to experience in a world where they were really trying to lean into the almost role play element of it by have your own robe, your own wand and stuff. I think that it just is so cohesive. Whereas this one, like the setup for it immediately doesn't make sense because you're in Paris.
Yeah,
You know,
that I'm not going to fight you on that one. That's
like,
stupid.
yeah, that
Um,
shit doesn't make sense.
here's my take on it. Actually, Forbidden Journey is like Potter years 1 through 3, and this is Potter years 5 through 7. This is adult
Yep.
I would
Potter,
agree with
grown up
that.
Potter.
I
I would
agree.
agree with
Forbidden
that.
Journey is classic Potter. And I
Yeah.
think that the fact that you have both, and then you have whatever the fuck Gringotts is.
Gringotts is just
Um,
like, hey, remember this scene from the movie?
Yeah.
we got we got Ralph Fiennes and Helena Bonham Carter to come back. Isn't that cool?
Final note on this that I wanted to talk about, and I learned about this recently. Did you notice that the screens are basically 3D without glasses? And it's the same thing in the queue with the statue. They're like 3-dimensional perspective screens.
That might be why the motion sickness is so intense.
Because they were like warped. And the same
Yeah.
thing happens with the bat in the monsters queue. That like bat that's like going nuts above
Yeah,
the
I
walkway.
noticed
You're
that
like,
one.
what the fuck?
Nintendo 3DS, baby.
It's kind of what it is. It's kind of an evolution of that. And
3DS.
this ride uses it in the background, and I think to great effect. But I
You
also think
that's
that
what's
makes you
fucking
sick.
people up. Yeah, that's
I
what's
mean, it's
fucking
brand new
with people's
technology.
tum-tums.
Yeah, it's brand like
Whatever.
it's very that I think will be used in other
All
things.
right,
Yeah.
final
It already
thoughts.
has,
We've
but-
got like half an hour. We got to hit
Okay.
2 more parks. So
Favorite
Or 2 more
Potter ride by a
lands.
mile. For me, favorite Potter ride by a mile. It's everything I've ever wanted personally in a Potter ride. I like the more adult side of Potter. I always have. And to me, the scale, also as a film person,
Sure.
the scale of the media is just incredible. And the animatronic, I don't know. I loved this thing. I thought I was gonna like it, but be kind of let down by it. I was really worried about it because I knew it was gonna be a media heavy ride.
Mhm.
And it's the first media heavy ride that I come off and I'm like, fuck, that's it.
Well, it's the best simulator in the world. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put
All right.
it. Yeah.
Shall we,
All right.
Burke?
The best
Let's
land.
move on to Burke. The hands
Burke.
down most impressive land.
Burke, best land by a fucking mile. I mean, Burke, the land is the attraction.
It
Okay.
is maybe the best theme park land I've seen. It
Yeah, 'cause-
floored me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I had
it's
no
detail
idea
every.
how sprawling it was going to be. Like it's
and but in a
massive.
and in a great way. Like you were talking about how it, like you love that aspect of islands and you kind of get lost adventuring. Burke is that, like, in a land to a T. Like if you
Yeah.
didn't know the toothless animatronic is in the back, you would miss it. Like it's completely on its
Right.
own path.
Right.
Like I felt like
Dude.
I could get lost in Burke. It was
Burke-
unreal.
I think I
Burke
told
is
Spencer
just-
when we were there, like if you had a kid, especially if you had a kid and they were like really into How to Train Your Dragon, you could spend at least an entire day just in that land.
Dude, I spent
Like,
so much time
at
in
least
that
It's got the
you
land.
most
could spend an
rides.
entire
It's got
day there.
3 attractions in a show. Like it's
But-
the most complete land.
Here's my only, and I can't even say it's an issue because like, I don't think it has a true e-ticket.
I think Hiccups is really good.
It's not. I
Yeah.
don't think it's an
Dude,
anchor
but it's surprisingly thrilling.
I
Oh
might
no,
go
we'll talk
there.
about Hiccups. We'll talk about Hiccups, but
Yeah.
I think the land is the e-ticket, so I don't care.
The show is supposed to be it. I think
No,
is
it's
what
the
they
sh-
were
the
pitching,
show-
but
The show, I'll talk about it because you guys didn't do it.
yeah, you saw it.
Incredible puppetry, but it's a one-trick pony. It's seeing the big dragon and then seeing the
Toothless
flying bird,
fly.
and then the rest of the show is such a nothing burger.
As most
like,
theme park shows can
Nothing
be.
burger.
It's like, okay, I'm sitting through this bullshit. You're singing about some stupid shit. The song is really poorly written.
Oh, is
Dude,
it
I
a
heard-
But hey,
musical?
yeah.
Ah.
But
Oh,
hey,
yeah, hell
but
yeah.
hey, toothless.
Toothless.
I,
Dude,
I
I heard
literally just
that-
sat there for the flyover.
I heard that Curse of the Werewolf was originally supposed to be a show.
Yeah, that
was a
makes
fucking
sense.
show.
It was
That was
originally
a
supposed to be
fucking show.
like, I don't know if it was supposed to
I
be
would
like
have rather been a show.
horror stunt show type of thing, but I heard that it was originally supposed to be a show.
Dude, if they pulled off like a
and-
live action werewolf transformation,
That would've
sorry.
been so
Yeah, but
cool.
it was decided that they evidently like figured out that a coaster was cheaper than doing that or something, so
And they
went
needed
they
another
went for
ride
that,
and
you know,
book more. Yeah.
like
I get it. I
COVID
get it.
decision or something. But
But yeah,
Um,
the show was cool. The mead hall, which is next to the show, which is
Fucking
the
awesome.
weenie of the land,
Mead hall
is
is
so
sick.
cool.
so cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
The animatronics throughout the land are breathtaking.
Insane.
I
The
got to
toothless
see a little.
thing, I think, is revolutionary. The toothless
yeah.
meet and greet that is the
You
one of
have
the
a
best
90-minute
animatronics I've
meet and
ever
greet.
seen. Yeah,
You have a
but it-
90-minute
and it's the only meet
minute
and greet
for-
I've ever imagined or I'd ever seen that I'm like, I'd wait for that. Like, I get it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like
me
that
too.
is like
If
you're
I had more
interacting
time-
with a state of the art animatronic. That thing is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Did,
the way
did
it
you guys
moves.
get to see the little one, the little baby?
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
did.
I
Also, he's a little janky, but he's kind of cute, so it's okay.
he's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more like puppety, like the raptor
think I
kind
took-
of thing.
I took a video of like I don't remember the name of the dragon, but it's like Hiccup's mom's dragon, the really big one. In the
Oh, the
movies.
icy
And-
one.
No, not the icy one. It's like red with the flat nose.
Oh, you're
It,
right.
it- its
That-
head
that
is
one's-
sticking out
its
in
head
the
is
shot,
sticking out,
and it's kind of like moving up and down. Yeah,
You know, it's like
and it's so.
flapping its jaw and like cooing at you and stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
so well done. Like
There's
it's
also
What
that
about the
ice
thick
one
boy?
off to the side that's huge.
Yes.
And
Did
the
you
ice
guys
one
catch
is
the
big.
sleeping boy?
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
thick
I like
boy
that one.
sleeping. I mean,
Yeah.
and I will say, two of the rides there are more visual, fun to look at than to go on. I didn't get to go on what's it called?
Dragon
flying
Racers
one.
Rally.
Only
Oh,
because I've
fire
done that.
drill.
I've done.
He did fire drill.
You
I did
fire
fire drill.
drill? Oh,
I didn't do Dragon Racers Rally only because I've done that kind of flat ride before, and I just didn't want to wait for it.
Mm.
It was like a 40-minute wait, and I was like, I don't really feel like it. But Fire Drill kind of sucks as a ride. It's really fun to look at. It's like so fun visually from when you're looking, and like it's so pretty. It's such a fun little thing, and you get on it, and it's like you don't even get that wet. I was hoping to get soaked. It's just so hot, and
You shoot in
I got
water.
yeah. And the pressure doesn't work half the time. The
Oh.
pressure is real bad. So like
It's
kids are
beautiful
having-
though.
the
Like
kids
we
are
were
having a
looking
good
oh,
time.
it's oh,
It's
dude,
so
it's
colorful.
it's
Yeah.
great to look at. It's just not a fun ride.
It's such a fun
Um,
story too. Like it's target practice for putting out fires on the land.
Yeah.
It's great.
I will say, if
Yeah.
you want to be a petty little bitch, that is the petty little bitch ride. Because
Yeah.
it's not even that you can squirt other people. It's that if you hit the targets that are wrong and then it shoots you with water, usually the people who hit it aren't the ones who get wet. It's the people coming after that.
That's
So
great.
I had Ellie and Savannah ahead of me, and they wanted to get wet, so they kept hitting all the targets that they weren't supposed to hit,
You
and
just
I was
got
getting
drilled.
hit by everything. And you're like,
That's
why
great.
aren't we wet? And I'm like, cause you fuckers got me the entire time.
That's great.
That's so good.
Holy shit.
No, I
It's a
mean
goofy
it is
ride.
yeah,
It's a goofy
but
fun
it
ride.
adds kinetic energy to the land. I
It
mean,
does
obviously,
add a
Dude,
lot of
I don't care. I don't mind that it's bad. I don't think. I
yeah,
think it's just that it's there. I'll take it.
but
And
yeah, all the
oh, that's one thing.
animatronics throughout the
Yo,
land and all that just do so much heavy
this
lifting.
park needs a fucking water ride.
Bad. Yeah.
Dude,
Bad
what I've heard is that the the the
creature.
e-ticket was originally pitched as a water ride. That like the e-ticket attraction instead of like
Oh yeah,
hiccups was originally supposed to be like a water ride, um, where you were on like a Viking ship type of thing. And
dude.
Which makes total sense. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but you know that eventually got changed. I
I
Coasters are
to hiccup.
cheaper.
I
yeah.
assume it got changed to hiccups. I could
Mhm.
be wrong, but
I
yeah,
just, I just, I hit a point where I was boiling alive, and I really just wanted a water ride.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm like, you guys need a water, like a
It needs a
true,
log flume or
a log
something. Yeah.
flume or a Jurassic, or maybe like a what anything that actually is a ride that gets you truly wet and is a full fledged
yeah.
attraction.
I
And
mean,
it
could
Maybe
you
makes sense
imagine that
that
creature,
the
though? Like
rumor is a
if the big
creature.
drop
creature.
was like
Yeah,
if the big drop was you know like one of the massive dragons like flapping its wings at you and it pushes you over the edge of a waterfall or some shit, you know,
Yeah.
or like the fire effect mixed with the water would be actually pretty
sure,
cool,
yeah,
you know.
fantastic. But yeah, okay. And then Hiccups is just, oh my god, I did not. That thing is incredible. What a coaster.
I
Uh,
loved the show scenes. Like they weren't
they're
super
so good.
complicated, but they're so good. Like
Yeah,
the fur knuckle or whatever the hell that dragon is
The swing
called.
launch,
Yeah, where it comes up.
that
I had
was
no idea that was coming. I was like, this is fantastic.
yeah,
And then also like the opening, I love the idea that Toothless or that Hiccup is building you a gliding suit to train on, and
dude.
Toothless is
Yeah,
like, fuck them kids and sends you
yeah.
anyway.
because that's Toothless. He's a little
Yeah.
shit. I love him.
And the
Yeah.
music kicks in and the way you're soaring through the
Dude,
land, like
yeah, the
over
That's
way
the
it. The
you're
soaring
just
through the
water.
land, dude.
It is
And the land is so kinetic because of it.
no.
Yeah,
When
you could
that
have
when
removed
that
the show scenes and it would still be great, but with the show scenes, to me, that's what makes an e-ticket.
yeah.
Like I
Dude,
After the
adore
that
second
it.
launch and that music kicks on, I was like, "This is pretty magical.
Yeah,
Like this is
dude,
pretty great."
that ride to me is like a hair. Not a hair. It's like slightly below Hagrid's,
I
which is
agree.
crazy
Yeah,
for me to say
I
because
agree.
Hagrid's is like the big boy at Islands now that everyone
I
wants to go on.
adored Hiccups. I
yeah,
loved it.
Hiccups, like everybody on my cart was just smiling and
Yeah,
clapping and
yeah,
happy because like I mean it packs a punch, but it's not intense.
surprisingly more
Um,
thrilling than I thought it was going to be,
oh,
though.
it's a lot more thrilling, but it's just it's like how do you capture what How to Train Your Dragon is?
yeah.
Fun, goofy, wholesome. There's the ride.
But
That's
also
I
it.
like a
think,
little bit of like mania and kind of hanging,
yeah,
flying by the seat of your pants. Like they do
Dude,
such a good
it
job.
that thing is it's such and the capacity's good on it. Like
the
it's at a
capacity is
30-minute
good.
wait, we got on in like 10 minutes.
We
It was
waited
like
like
really
45 minutes. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't
yeah,
terrible, no.
it has a dual loading station, so it really moves fast, and
Yeah,
the operations are fantastic. It's just a good ride. It's
and I'm
such a
pretty
good
sure it was
fucking ride.
actually Jay Baruchel voicing
It
him in it
was,
too.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
sounded like
Hmm.
him. I don't know.
yeah. I just like I. That's why I'm like I would love a proper dark e-ticket in there, but you don't really need it.
The
You don't
land
really need it.
itself,
The
like I
land is
just
already
That's what I'm
wanted to
saying. It's
massive.
the
be
Like,
there.
e-ticket. Yeah.
Like I bought those like monuments that you walk in, the Viking and the dragon when you see and you walk into Burke, and I'm like, I just need this because this makes me so happy.
yeah.
Like I didn't want to leave there. I wanted to just hang
I
out.
mean,
I even
Oh,
had
don't
the
me
get me wrong.
too.
horrible crazy mac and cheese cone, which was good but also insane.
Yeah.
But
Don't get me wrong. I think there's definitely space back there, probably behind the mead hall, where they probably could do a giant e-ticket if they wanted to. But I doubt that they will. Like, I don't think you
They
really
don't
need
need to.
to.
even
Dude,
Drag Race
no
Racing's
notes.
rally like adds so much
Yeah.
It's
kinetic
so fun to
energy,
look
and I
at, and I'm
never want to
sure
ride it because it's gonna make me throw up. But it looks so good.
Yeah.
I no notes on that. That is just like it is. I mean, walking in and seeing the statues and the
Burke
lagoon,
is a
and dude, I
masterpiece.
mean,
Yeah,
goddamn, fuck me, dude. That is such a
it
great.
might be the best theme park land. I mean, obviously, Pandora is a huge fight, but Burke was like,
I like.
No, I think Burke is Pandora. My issue with it is it's very one dimensional in the sense of
totally.
like once you walk it, there's not that much to see
It
outside
looks
of
kind
this.
of the same. Yeah,
Yeah. And then, but not even that. It's like really the path you can take for Pandora is it's really just show buildings with really pretty facades
Mhm.
in the front and some really
Yeah.
great theming. But it's really just it's just like a linear path with
Yeah.
just
I
This
mean, I do love
weaves in and out
Mysterious
of itself.
Island in Disney Sea too, but
Oh,
Burke
I
is
mean,
pretty
that was the
unreal.
one that I
Yeah,
was gonna say I think still
but
beats
none
this
of
is
them have a
Mysterious
mac and
Island.
cheese cone, Spencer.
So
None
true.
of them.
Actually, Cars Land does.
Burke's better than Cars Land.
Oh, yeah, it
Burke's
is.
mac and cheese cone.
Yeah.
I tried a bite of his. It was better than Cars Land.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. I'm just saying you can't say none of them have mac and cheese cone because Cars Land does have mac and cheese cone.
But I think that you said it
Stubborn.
like Monsters is a classic attraction. I think Darkmoor will be a classic land with a few years to develop. Burke is a classic land right now. Like it's never going anywhere. It's so
Dude,
good.
Burke.
You think so?
Burke
I
is
mean,
just...
like you can't retheme it to anything. Like,
Don't touch
gorgeous.
it, dude.
No.
I love that franchise, and I did not want to leave. I just wanted to
But
hang
you
out.
don't even have a need to see the movies to get it. Like it does a good job of
probably not.
explaining this world when you walk in. Like I liked the sheep by the Dragon Races
Oh, the
Rally
sheep,
that are
yeah.
like just like
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
up
that
to
are-
shit, and the dragons are like trying to mess with them. I was like, this is so fun. Like you get it. You're
Yeah.
like Vikings and dragons. What else do I need to know?
Dude,
That's the story.
I was just walking around, and the stupid little kid smile on my face was like, yep, that's what a
Amazing.
theme park is supposed to do.
Yeah,
That's
I told
magic.
you like
That
like
what-
I loved interacting with dude. Like okay, so Burning Blade when we watched the blade happen and um like when it actually lights up and everything the or was it before that, Spencer? Was it when the bell tolls to let you know that
Yes.
the blade's about to burn? Did you notice that, Toby? Like
Yeah, I did.
the bell tolls and then everybody
Although,
gathers over.
really,
And-
how I knew was there was like 300 people with cell phones out, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So the bell tolls, and we were kind of standing there waiting for it. And we are like, "Oh, it's gonna happen soon." And then this guy comes out like in a hood, like a villager, and he's like, "Don't you hear the bell? Like we have to get off the streets. Like you're not supposed to be here. Like the monsters are out," type of thing. And I'm like, "That is so sick that like we're having this interaction right now." Plus Igor in there and everything, obviously. But in Burke, like I told you guys earlier, I literally like was there for watching. As I was walking around the land, I know it was way in front of me, like a football field away, probably. Tough Nut was just like kneeling with two kids, and I was walking over, and then as I got closer, I heard him be like, "All right, now be careful when you're burning stuff around here," and then they like run off giggling and whatever, and he's just like marches off to the next family. Like I was like, that is so magical. Like to have in
This
this land.
park
Like
does the best
character
interactions.
is wild.
So
yeah,
Outside
So
of
it's really-
Disneyland Park, it's the best character interactions in the world. But
Yeah,
it may be
and
better with Toothless. It's maybe better.
yeah.
I will not put many things above Disneyland. I think as a whole, entertainment in this park is perfect. It's immersive without being LARPy,
Mhm.
which is like it doesn't hit the problems of Disney when they try to go overboard with it.
Where it's weird
Yeah.
and also there's not like a universe for these characters to be in. Like as someone who worked in the characters and entertainment at
Right.
Disneyland, there's an element of why is Rapunzel on Main Street versus
Right.
these lands feel lived in.
Right.
Yeah, and the
they
characters
like
feel like they
they're
belong.
supposed to be there. And
Yeah.
especially with Toothless never having to be changed out, with it being a figure, he's always on doing his thing. There's not an
Right.
element of, oh, he's
I
going
agree with you.
backstage for a cookie or whatever the fuck. Like this is a
Yeah, they
It's-
just
it
switch out
works
the actor
in the
that's with
universe.
him. It's either
It
like it'll
lives
be
and breathes.
Hiccup or
or
Isn't that what they were-
Astrid or yes.
yeah, it'll be like Hiccup or Astrid or some random Viking
Yes.
villager that's filling
They're
in
like-
for them or something. Like
which
there's
is
always
smart.
somebody different with them when they're breaking,
No, dude,
but that's it.
it's
Yeah.
brilliant. I mean, what else is there? They nailed entertainment, which I think is an art form that we've lost in theme parks for a lot. I mean,
Universal's never been great at it either.
no, but Disney
Yeah.
has become in a lot of ways it was wait in a line to get a picture,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
defeats the purpose of
Yeah,
entertainment.
waiting in line for the
Disunderstood
Nikon person to come over.
exactly. This is like they're there, and you're
Everything
in
is
universe.
specifically in Walt Disney World is so regimented too. There's not
And
a lot of
Yeah.
living and spontaneity in any of those interactions. It's like
And
here
y-
is the line for Mickey.
Y-
You know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of what helped them with this though is Universal's entertainment department is the one in charge of their seasonal stuff, right? So they're the
Mhm.
ones in charge of Horror Nights and the holiday overlays.
They
so
value
they have
it
had
more. Disney cut
they
it
have
down to
had-
the bone.
But they have had years of Horror Nights and Grinchmas and
good point.
Mardi Gras in Florida and all these events to really understand what makes good entertainment. So now
Good
you
point.
can take your
Sure.
lessons and implement that into a brand new theme park and it works. You understand the entertainment and character. Meet and greets is not the meet and greet that you're excited for. It's the adding to an existing world that you're living in.
I will
And I
also
mean,
say
Horror
that
Nights, they nailed that. Like for a while,
yes,
they've been really scary zones. Like we were talking earlier last episode, Spencer, about Cat Lady, right? And how
yeah,
that just was like a lived in world. Like they have been
right.
doing this for 34 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I will say
No, for
that
sure.
also, like where you're saying Disney, like they're just photo ops where when you're meeting with these characters, and
Disneyland's not as bad. It's
they'll
No.
talk to
slightly
you
less
there
bad.
for
Well,
a
Disney
little
World's
bit.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll talk to you there for a little bit, and then it's like, all right, let's take our photo. Whereas like Igor's just walking up to you, like he doesn't expect you to take a photo.
Dude,
Like
he
that's
called me
not
a
why he's
werewolf.
there. Yeah, that's not why he's there. Like he's there to fuck with you and like
Yeah, we saw
immerse
the
you in the
Invisible
world.
Man just like sleuthing behind a gravestone. And we
Yeah,
were like, what
yeah.
the
Oh,
fuck?
dude, did you see the Invisible Man,
Yeah,
Toby?
I did. He was
Yeah,
just hanging out being a little fucking creep. I loved him.
Yeah, just
yeah. He's
talking
got
shit.
his
Like I
face
loved
all
it.
bandaged. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, but the funniest thing was that when Igor came to us, it was Zach, our roommate. Zach's my roommate. Me and his boyfriend, and we're hairy boys.
yeah.
And then there was, Ellie and Savannah, and he was like, "Oh, so these are your werewolves. You've got to take care. You got to keep them in the
That's
kennel."
good.
And they were just
That's good.
roasting us in such a
That's
universe
fucking
way, and
funny.
so parent. He was the same character that was. It's like you got the animatronic from the ride and placed him in the world.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
when you're
the
playing
makeup
a
is
roller coaster.
great.
Yeah, I
yeah. Spencer
and
noticed at night when we were there that if you walk up on that main stretch of Darkmoor, if you walk up to the Jekyll and Hyde shop, like to the window there, you can hear Jekyll and Hyde arguing with each other
great.
from
It's
inside.
so
It's
cool.
so
And if
good.
you listen to
Yeah.
the gravestones, you can hear like Igor and Victoria talking about like body parts they're gonna dig up and stuff.
Really?
Like they do a great job with
So
that.
good.
And
Okay.
as someone
Yeah.
who like has read all the Universal Monster
Yeah.
like books and the old movies, like I love those old movies. It was just so cool. But not to get on that. Burke.
Yeah.
All
Burke
right,
is incredible.
We're on Bird.
Burke,
We're
Burke
on
is
Bird.
awesome. Let's move on because we've been having a great conversation. I
Yeah.
guess the second part of this whole thing, and we'll try to keep it sort of brief because it's almost 11 p.m. here. It's 10:30. I have to shower still.
Mhm.
What does this do for theme parks moving forward? Like what you're talking about tech and everything. I don't think it's just tech.
No.
I will say I like their camera technology they're using now, but I think it's going to have some issues.
The
Uh,
facial recognition
yeah, there were a couple of
Oh, with the
red.
lockers, you mean?
and
No,
the
no, 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 with
tickets.
everything.
Yeah.
There were a
Oh,
couple
I
people
mean,
who
but
were like,
they do the tickets at the other Universal parks too. They do
I know
that.
doing it now. That's a pretty new thing, but I think in general, this is talking about like the effect moving forward in the theme park
Sure.
industry.
Yeah.
First of all, Horror Nights, when it was very high volume, was not using that for us at all. Any of the 3 nights, it was too busy for them to even try. They
Mhm.
just moved in. And B, I saw multiple people who were like not comfortable getting their face scanned, which was really interesting
Yeah, you can opt out of it.
because Americans are Americans and we're Americans.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say on that
Sure.
matter. So I think it's great tech to like. I mean, I don't know why people gave a shit if you have an iPhone that does the same thing. Um, but I did see it. I did see like
Yeah.
holdups in the line because
Sure.
some family was like, "Oh, I don't want my face."
It did make the locker system quick though, and you didn't have to worry
Oh,
about
it was
your
great.
ticket.
It was
I
great for
was,
the
I
locker
was,
system.
dude,
Yeah.
I was really, really waiting for when it wasn't going to work on the lockers. Then
Yeah.
I'd have to get somebody over to help me, and it never happened.
No,
It
I
never
was
happened.
really
worked well.
impressed.
And I
Yeah.
left my wallet in a locker in Darkmoor, and I
You
even had to go
did,
back, and it was
and
fine.
it was still
Uh,
there. Yeah,
yeah.
it was fine,
So
but
no, I
it was
think
scary. I was
I think
outside drinking a mead.
you were.
So,
Yeah. I think outside of the technology, which I think the facial recognition will be used, I think the 3D screens will be used. The animatronic tech obviously is,
Oh,
it's gonna keep getting
I
better.
I cannot believe that they just. I never thought I could say Universal could beat Disney at their own game.
In terms of figures, they did, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And the problem with Disney for a while is Disney has been taking the Apple route of like, we have the best, so we're just going to incrementally make it a little better, and you're going to come anyway because you're a hungry little piggy. Come and eat your slop.
Mhm.
Um,
This was
let's be
Universal
real.
from the
Piggy.
top rope, just jumping out of nowhere
Yeah.
and taking them down.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because like I mean Tiana's is a pretty shit ride outside of pretty cool animatronics, but that's it. It's just
Mhm.
animatronics. Now
Spencer and I were so like just throwing around "Eat Up Piggy" the whole time we were
Eat
there.
it up.
Like,
eat it up.
Piggy.
Eat your slop.
Eat your slop.
But this is like, hey, just having really good animatronics is not enough to cut it anymore because we can
No.
do that and we can do it better than you can.
I think that
Yeah.
for me, like the main thing in terms of attractions that I noticed that was remarkably different from a lot of things was the storytelling.
Oh,
Like
amazing.
the
I was
Yeah.
gonna
fact
say
that
that.
you
Yeah.
have several, even the kiddie coaster of the land of the park, or one of the kiddie coasters of the park, Hiccups.
Family. It's not a kiddie coaster.
It's a family coaster, and it has really good storytelling. Fucking
Yeah.
better storytelling than Incredicoaster has. Like
Credit coaster is
it's really
another
well
conversation.
done. And like, yeah, you can say like Rise of the Resistance, obviously like a well written ride or whatever you want to say about it, but like, and there's also classics like Indiana Jones, which has a very good story, like Temple of the Forbidden Eye, but like
But it's also vague.
it's also vague.
These
Whereas
are
like
like
these are
directed
in
stories
depth.
with characters.
Yeah,
These
I was
are
like,
It's
these
I was
are
like, who's the
these are
director of
films.
this ride?
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
like I was thinking that like obviously Disney done this well forever, but even Rise of the Resistance, the story is kind of helter skelter. You're like, oh look, it's Finn. But in Monsters specifically, I guess, I think this is something that will go forward
oh,
and
and
change
Harry
this
Potter,
landscape.
like
And Harry
Harry
Potter,
Potter
but
for
like
sure had a beat for
you're
beat.
following Victoria and she's like talking to you and
Right.
interacting with other characters in the ride. The monster is like protecting you from other monsters, like
He's
Frankenstein's monster
friend.
is. Like there's
His friend.
this kind of thing will change the revolutionize it because
Yeah.
these are effectively
I mean,
full-fledged like 3-act films and
Even
yeah.
rides.
even if you thought it was confusing, Ministry as a story
100%.
to
I
me
mean,
Yeah,
it has a great.
totally.
It's
yeah.
solid. It's a
Even
solid story.
in Donkey Kong, that your objective is to get the golden banana.
Yeah,
You
but
know
that
that.
feels so much like you're in a video game too. Like it's so good. But no, I
And
think
and
they have blurred the line.
Yeah.
and I think now why I'm excited for it. It's not to shit on Disney. Like I hope people don't think we just shit on Disney to shit on Disney. I think it's because we all grew up with
It
Disney
made
parks
me
and love Disney
infinitely more
parks.
excited for Villains Land of what they're gonna do in
Yeah.
response.
I don't know. That's the question is like, what are you going to do in response? Are you going to admit the fact that you've been beat and have to do something better? That's
Mhm.
because the question, here's the thing with Disney is they're Apple. They don't need to innovate anymore. They built the fucking iPhone. You know what I mean? Like they are the OG. They are, and so like they have been resting on those laurels for Rise was great, and they've done some cool stuff, but like they've been resting on their laurels for a while. And I
Mhm.
hope this is their wake up call to be like having a cool animatronic is not enough to make a good ride anymore. You can't
No.
get away with,
Sure.
just having two really good one really good Hondo Anaka and then a really cool photo op, and then the ride is just meh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, I
Well, think
hope.
about like this ride is 20 Hondo Onakas that are talking and interacting and telling a story. I think that we've crossed the threshold of the story. What we all three of us knew was
Have wanted.
possible and have
Yeah.
wanted is this kind of next level
Yeah.
3-dimensional 360-degree storytelling. They did it. Like there
Yeah.
it is. Like Monsters is exactly what I've always dreamed a theme park ride of being.
I would have honestly said before that you couldn't get a story interaction, like an immersive interactive story out of a ride like that sort of story out of a
And
ride.
Yeah.
and guess
They
what?
somehow find a way to do it. So
And
Yeah.
how we were just talking with Burke, they just perfected an immersive land.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
for
nailed
sure.
it.
yeah, absolutely.
With characters, with it feeling it is it's almost funny. It's like Burke is the antithesis to Galaxy's Edge.
I
Yeah,
was thinking that
dude,
a
and you
little
know
bit.
what? There aren't even dragon drones yet.
And they're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
They
Yeah,
didn't cut
so
it either. It's coming.
I just think like at this point you've got to realize that this has changed the theme park game in a lot of ways. It's still not a perfect park. I have my
No.
qualms with it, but it has changed what a theme park can be in a lot
Yeah,
of ways. And I
like
think
operationally was mostly a delight.
if
Mhm.
you're if you're Disney at this point, you gotta respond. I mean, you
Yeah.
again, you're Disney, you're fine. You've got your Colts. People will come no matter
Dude,
what.
we
Mhm.
mentioned it
But
briefly, I think, like from an operational point of view, like even the trams to get in and out of the parks while we were there that weekend, and that doesn't just
yeah,
go
mine
for
were
Epic
great. Mine were
Universe. Like
fantastic.
to get to Epic Universe, obviously, but we also took trams because we were staying in the newer hotel near Epic Universe, Terra Luna, I think.
Mhm.
We were staying there, so we also had to take trams to City Walk for Horror Nights and whatnot, and it was fine the whole time.
Oh,
The whole time, except for once, there was a tram waiting there or
you know,
arriving as we got there, and it was
They're
never
ready for
packed.
this. They're ready for this fight. They're
They're
so
yeah,
ready.
they're
th-
aching for
they,
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
this for them started in 2010
Mm-hmm.
with Hogsmeade and Islands, and now they're like, oh, we're here. We've announced it. We're
Yeah,
doing it. We're doing different things. We're doing Horror Unleashed now that are different, and there's something. We're doing the Frisco park. We're doing a UK park. Like, we're coming for Disney's throne, and we're not afraid to say that anymore. Like, we are
yeah,
no longer the second resort in Florida now. You want to go to the best park in Florida, it's in our resort. It's not at Disney World,
Yeah. Well, and I
which is
think
insane to think,
to
to
bring
say.
it full circle to how you started with it, I think also
Yeah.
its design is different.
Yeah.
It's not
it's
a
different.
it takes the hub thing and does something different with it with these isolated 4 pockets. So, will
Yeah,
that be revolutionary? Who can say? It's different, so much so that it like bothered your experience, Toby, because it's so noticeably different.
Yeah.
right.
But, does that become something that revolutionized the industry? I mean, time will tell. But yeah, Epic does a lot of really incredible stuff. So
This is weird thing, because I was staying at the Aventura. That
mhm.
drive is funky, dude.
Yeah, because they have these
Oh,
isolated bus
yeah,
lane. It's kind of
it is
funny.
a
Yeah.
little,
It's
it is a little
like
funky.
you're basically by the convention center. You're actually pretty
You
far
are.
from
Oh,
Oh,
it's so
so
close.
it's
No, it's
like
like 4
literally
miles.
our room was on the side of the hotel that faces away from Epic Universe, which was a little sad, but you literally can see the convention center from our hotel room. Like
Yeah.
it was kind
yeah.
of wild.
Yeah,
Like
It's
it's
you're
right
also
right
there.
there.
like they haven't quite worked out the logistics of accessing the park by foot because there is a way to get there. We could see it, but it was so hard to get off the
Yeah,
hotel
so
grounds.
Terra Luna's like completely fenced off. So like maybe there was a path that we just didn't find, but we were like, oh well, I guess we'll just walk down the driveway till we get
I'm
to the
sure
sidewalk, and then we got to the driveway. There's no sidewalk on the driveway, so I'm like, there's
No.
fucking trams pulling through here. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
walk on the side of the
They
road
need a
like that.
sidewalk like they do from Cabana to City
Yeah,
Walk. And when they do that, it'll be fine. Because Terra Luna, I
yeah,
mean, we could see Epic. Like, it
yeah.
wasn't
You can
far.
see
It was
like
just confusing.
we could see Donkey Kong from like from the
Front of the
road. Like
hotel,
it's
yeah.
right there. So yeah,
yeah.
they need to do that.
I to wrap this all up, because this is getting long. Holy shit. Yeah, they did it. You did it. I mean, us three people who you definitely care about Universal. You did it. A
The
big
Mad
trophy for
Lads did it.
you. You did it. You did it. You have the best park in Florida now. So
Damn.
It's certainly in conversation. Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I know you love Animal Kingdom.
I do. But I'm not ready to have that conversation yet.
No.
You're not ready because you don't want to admit the truth.
I don't know. Yeah, I got to do it again. But yeah, is that everyone's thoughts? Are we
think so,
wrapping up
man.
now?
I think
Okay.
so.
It's not better than Disneyland, though. I'll say that.
I think it's impossible for anything
It's harder to
to
beat that.
ever do
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that'll do it for this capper of the fan trilogy of Fully Immersed episodes.
Jesus
before we
fucking
go
Christ.
back
How
to
long was
normal
this
next week.
episode?
It's finally
It's going to be
over.
long, probably like 2 hours. It's finally over. Yes, we have been to Epic. We have been to Horror Nights. We are back on our BS, so to speak. So we're gonna have guests the next coming weeks, talking about the industry, getting back to behind the scenes stuff for all you guys. But thank you for listening. If you have an Instagram, we're on there at Fully Immersed Pod. We're on TikTok at Fully Immersed Pod, which is I hate, but I do it anyway. We're on YouTube at Fully Immersed Pod. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment. I've been enjoying reading people's comments. 5 middle fingers, of course. Yeah, I want to thank my co-host Tobias Lerman Matante, of course, and Lain Calder. It is good to have you back, sir.
Thank you guys. It's so good to be back with you.
Yes. Well, that is going to be this week's episode of Fully Immersed. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Go Dodgers.
Go Mariners.
I'm rooting for you.